Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Tales of Aneria one-shot.
Yay!
I don't know.
That was the Eldritch Blast.
So
one shot.
Aneria is a very big place, as the past month of travel for the main party has no doubt shown. And there's a lot of other things going on, and when we had a couple people out this week, as you can clearly tell, their holographic spirits may be there. We're not sure what we're doing yet for that, but don't lovingly stroke Colby like that. He doesn't deserve
Preston,
it. Yeah, Preston, no.
Through Colby.
But we thought we would tell a side story here that kind of ties up some loose ends previously, and so I welcome you tonight to the hunt for Brander.
Yes! I'm so happy.
Punchy face. Punchy face.
So we're going to go ahead and far away from Terrebonne. We find ourselves completely on the other side on a different river with Salsport. Probably the biggest port city on this portion of the world. It has your typical, like, kind of up on the higher hill, you've got your upper class with your higher rich folks that have been merchants for decades and, kind of stepped on the backs of others, the usual stuff. Mm-hmm. And you have the mansion of the Saul family that has kind of ruled over Salsport, not with an iron fist or with any sort of, like, ruthlessness. They just know their way around governance, it seems like. And it doesn't seem like they ever really get into any issues. There may be a scandal every now and then, but they're really quick to cut any scandals out of their family. It's sort of a point of pride that they don't get into any sort of trouble. But as with any major city, there are the darker areas. Towards the docks are your easier to live areas. That's where your not your refugees, but your transplants, your transients come in. So it obviously creates a little bit of a seedier environment. In fact, down on the kind of lower level of Salsport, because it's kind of like this cliff, or not cliff, but this kind of hill that it slopes into the beach area that it's right next to the, oh man, it's my word when I can't remember. It's the Aurelius River, I believe, is the one. We have maps.
Aurelius River.
Yep, the Aurelius River.
This one's
There is a kind of this lattice work of wooden docks and other buildings, and they don't really have enough. There's not enough gold to go around for anybody in this area, so they don't even have a Wellspring Item Co. down here.
Oh, wow.
The closest you have is Mungo's Magic Mansion, and it's kind of a seedier place where everything's probably got a 50% fail chance,
Sounds about right.
And
it's like
a
the Dollar
50%
Tree.
and a 50% markup.
And then the only other thing that really makes Salsport stand out is the large cave that kind of comes up out of the earth, and it's kind of this coral cave that seems to come up out of the river itself. Mm-hmm. And it is a tunnel that has frequent use. It's got wagons going into it, wagons coming out, Edequathan, and all other manner of races, because it leads down into Deepwell, or Edequathanathan, if you're a local, and which is the lowest point in any river in an area. And the Edequathan have turned it into their main home. They've gotten these air domes kind of bubbled off so that you can walk around there if you don't have gills or anything like that. So it's definitely a little busier down here by the docks. And we're going to start out one evening at a small inn called the Bilge Pump, which is this seedy, not really seedy tavern, but it's sort of the end of the line as far as drinking goes. No, the people who come here are the ones that are a little bit shorter on coin, a little bit shorter on their luck, and sometimes a little bit shorter in general, as is the case with our mercenary band tonight, the Little Hopes. We've got 3 different people here, and I want to know what you guys are doing around the bar. It's kind of a middling night, so there's plenty of people there that you can talk to, but it's not overcrowded. You are regulars here, both in the rooms up in the inn section and the sort of drinking area. So who would like to go first? Describe your character. You can say what they're doing, and then just a little out of character kind of to the audience to tell them what you are. I will call names.
I'll go. Okay. I'm Guenevere Thunderfoot, if you must know. Gwen's 3'1". The 1 inch is very important for a halfling. She has on essentially what would be like a fantasy version of like joggers and a crop top. She's got like dark blue pants with like a high waist, and in the waist is like this silver thread that's like stars and moons and owls and like that kind of stuff.
Like she stole it from Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Exactly. She's got like dirty blonde hair, kind of dirty, like tan skin, and she's ripped as all could be, and she shows it off. That's why she's wearing the crop top. And she's covered in tattoos. Basically, like the top half of her is just tattoos.
Okay. All right.
They're all just like ivy or flowers or like woodland things, but there's like one like disturbing looking like chicken foot like on her hand, and it like seems like maybe it's changing in the light depending on how much you drink.
Now, are we talking like changing as in shifting to other shapes, or changing
like
as in
the
like
color,
the claws, like
the
closing?
color will go from like black and gray
Okay.
to then now it's red and like macabre looking.
So like one of those old school like
Macabre?
Yeah.
I guess not old
Last
school.
Colby.
Yeah.
The shifting
Yeah.
pictures where you like
You
look on one side. Look at-
Exactly.
Ooh, those are trippy.
And yeah, she's probably just sitting at the end of the table. She's got a pint that's way too big for her, two-handed.
Okay.
Working on that, but it's slow going. It takes a lot.
There is
to
a human man walking away from the table who's kind of rubbing his arm after an unsuccessful arm wrestling contest. Paid for her next drink. Pretty nice there. And who would like to go next?
I'll go. I'm playing Cilin Meekmarrow.
Sorry, before you get too far.
Rewind.
Race, class, and
Yes, halfling,
subclass.
Lotus and halfling.
Okay.
And 5 levels of monk, the way of the 4 elements.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to interrupt.
That's fine. Cilin Meekmarrow. He is a Lidae, which is an otterfolk. Also very short. I haven't decided on height. Probably like 3.5 foot, 3'8", something like that.
Ooh, the taller of the...
A little bit taller of him, yeah. Would rather be swimming than on dry land, but you got to do what you got to do, especially to survive. Rogue with the scout subtype, or archetype, and he's got like dark leathers on, a little bit of orange accents like on the sleeves, and if he had the mask on, it would be orange, a little dark orange as well. No hood pulled up or anything, and just kind of sitting at the same table, just try to stay a little more in the shadows, just to try to maybe see what's going on in the inn.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for things. Maybe a little distrusting of non-aquatic races for the most part. Hasn't had too many good run-ins with them. And yeah.
Okay. For always a little damp, even if he hasn't been near water too much.
Possibly.
And I think importantly, is his armor like? Does he have a lot of like rogue pouches to hide things in, or
sort of? Yeah. There's some pouches along his pants and a couple of hidden pockets.
Got leather cargo pants.
Yeah, kind of.
okay.
Not necessarily leather, but more maybe like a wax imbued canvas. So it's like
cool.
kind of waterproofed and
Cool. Bear Grylls.
yeah, sort of, yeah.
Cool.
Hey, I don't drink my own piss though.
Not in Salzport, at least.
Well,
Depends on how drunk you get.
depends on the beer you order.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the barmaid comes over and hands you a cup of otter piss, which is just a type of beer, and she gives you that apologetic look because like the first time you ordered this, like you made it very clear that you were doing so out of protest. So we've got 2 more stoic characters drinking the night away or drinking into the evening here.
Wouldn't say-
Surely, like we have a third stoic character next to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
No. Her name is Maggie Bramblecheeks. And you can only guess how the Bramblecheeks came about. It was a great. So many back. You can imagine what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But she is not chilling out. She's performing. She's got her lute picking a tune.
Mm-hmm.
She is a halfling, a Lightfoot halfling. She's 3 feet. She's the shortest, I guess.
Yeah. She's the littlest hope.
The littlest hope. And she's 4 levels of Bard, 1 a little dip into Warlock.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Spooky.
We keep things spicy.
Okay.
And she has kind of like a pinky pale skin with just like a smattering of freckles everywhere. And her like eyelashes and her eyebrows are almost like white because they're so blonde. And then her hair is like bright orange. And she just has a ton of it. And they're all in dreadlocks. And she's got it piled back into a ponytail. And maybe the most interesting
There is
thing,
some manic energy that I'm feeling here.
she's just a lot. But sitting on the table next to her is her pet chicken named Ingrid.
Ingrid.
And Ingrid is about the same color as Maggie's hair. And
I thought you were going to say about the same height. Like,
That's a big
it's
chicken.
a giant chicken.
it's one of those genetically modified chickens.
Magically modified.
Magically modified.
But the interesting thing about Ingrid is she's wearing a little costume. Because why not? But she's wearing a little house costume. Like her wings come out the windows and her legs are out the bottom. And her head and neck comes out of like a chimney.
Okay.
And the top, like the roof is popped out. And then there's like a little cloth sign that hangs down that says tips.
Kind of sways back and forth. The chicken. It doesn't look like it's bobbing along to your music, but it's definitely bobbing along to something. You're just not quite sure what.
It's, the term like bird brain.
Yep.
Yeah. Fits.
Yep.
Ingrid.
So Ingrid plays every night for the
Ingrid
people.
does?
Not
Maggie
Ingrid.
does.
Maggie does. Sorry. Already. Eve plays every night. We'll just go ahead and start calling
Who are
everybody
we?
Eve. Yeah. Maggie and Ingrid perform every
Thank
night
you.
for the Bilge Pump. Sometimes the songs get a bit repetitive. I'd say that you've got your staples that you like to play. What is Maggie currently playing?
Her favorite.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's her favorite, but she is compelled to play it.
She has to play it like once a night. It's like
the
her
encore.
Freebird or her Stairway to Heaven or something. Where
Yeah.
it's like she hates getting the request,
Her
but
nightmare.
yep.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, it's called Baba Yaga.
Oh, okay.
As in, like, witch. right?
Yes.
Like Baba Yaga.
The
Like the
Baba
boogeyman?
Yaga.
Okay.
It
Baba Yaga.
kind of explains the chicken a little bit.
The boogeyman.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, so she's currently going through. She gets to the chorus of Baba Yaga. The entire inn picks it up. I mean, it's early in the evening, but it's already kind of a drunken slurry of words, as you can clearly tell. I'm already
You've
three
had a little
sheets, as it were.
otter piss.
Yep, I've had a little too much otter piss tonight. And
It's not called that.
she ends with a great flourish, and the chicken kind of starts like going around the room, pecking a leg every now and then, and
Yes.
so we go, sorry, and then drop like a copper piece in there so that it starts jingling more and more and more. And yeah, so the barmaid brings you over a drink as well. Just kind of your usual arrangement. Like they give you a little bit of, you can ask for tips. They give you food and drink for the evening. They pay you an exposure. The usual stuff.
Yeah.
Life of an artist.
Yeah. And you're all kind of gather around a little bit, or you stay off in your own areas, wander around the inn for an hour or so. When the door opens and a hooded figure walks in. And that's usually not lightning.
Allowed to wear hoods here.
Yeah, there is a little bit of lightning outside.
It's the middle of the day. That's some crazy lightning.
You're all drinking that early? You know what? Never mind.
In Southport, it's always 5 o'clock.
Yeah. It's not that uncommon to see somebody wearing a hood come down this far. Usually people are a little bit more raggedly clothed than this hooded figure is. You can tell that they have very good traveling boots. They've got some very fine silk pants on. The hood the hood and cloak is a very fine make and everything. And the figure kind of looks around the room a little bit, and we'll see who that figure spots first. They notice Gwen, and they approach you pretty quickly, and a feminine voice says, "Are you one of the Little Hopes?
Yeah, depends on who's asking.
Right. And she pulls back the hood, and you can see the beautiful elven features of a woman, a young woman, elven woman. She's got kind of a staff on her back as well. You can kind of see it poking a little bit out of the cloak. And she says, "My name is Holly, and I am requesting help from some adventurers. And after trying a few different mercenary companies, they told me that you would be the most affordable."
Affordable, maybe not, but experienced, yes. And we always get the job done.
That's good to hear. I'm looking for someone. I guess hunting is a strong word, but kind of hunting. And I was wondering...
Cilin, come over here.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He's the tracker guy.
Oh.
Let's drop it on the table
as
I walk by some random table. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, nice to meet you.
Besides you.
Yes. Oh, and she sits down, or she waves a hand to ask if she can sit. And then she sits and she says, "Sorry, I've never met a Lidae before."
Well, here's your lucky day. Nice to
Lidae.
As I was saying, I am looking for someone, or rather, trying to track somebody down.
Like shut up.
Like biting the tongue.
I was told there were 3 of you. Is that correct?
Yeah, Maggie's doing her little show.
Just look for the chicken. She won't be far behind.
The chicken.
Sorry.
No,
The chicken.
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that. The one in the house.
She drops a little copper piece into the chicken that seems to be like tapping its foot rapidly, and then kind of scampers away.
It like holds one talon up and does this. Oh, sorry.
Don't know how it did that with both of its talons. It's still standing. It's
it
weird.
balanced on its tail.
Yep.
It's talented.
Okay. Well. Anyway, there's a gentleman named Brander that recently caused some trouble.
What a terrible name. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
No, it's fine. That's kind of the reaction that most people have, apparently.
Sounds pretty punchy.
Oh, that's everyone to you.
That's true.
He went to school with me, you see, and he ended up doing something very bad, something very criminal, and had to flee town. And my instructor tasked me with tracking him down. And I've gotten as far as Salsport, but I'm afraid my trail's gone cold here, and so I'm hoping that. Oh, hi.
It's great to meet you. The name's Maggie Bramblecheeks.
That's an interesting surname.
Oh, let me tell you the story. My great-great-great-great-grandpap, he was out doing his business in the woods.
Just let her.
Trousers around his ankles, leaning up against the tree. He went to pull up the trousers, and he lost his footing, fell clear down a hill, landed arse first in a bramble patch. Bramblecheeks, the name just stuck.
Go ahead and give me a quick persuasion check.
Like the brambles.
It's only like the 30th time we've heard that story this week.
That would be 17.
It's even better.
You get peals of laughter from Holly, and she says, "I haven't laughed that hard in a while. That's an incredible story. Is it true?"
It's really not that funny.
Well, of course it's true, and you shut your mouth right there, Gwen. She's just heard it too many times to appreciate it.
That's true.
Like every time you meet somebody new, is that?
Yes.
Every night on that stage.
I
Got about.
It helps with the tips.
Well, it helps pay the tab too. So
I'm not complaining, just.
Perhaps I can also help pay the tab.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yeah. I have some money procured for the adventure.
So what did this Brander guy? What's so bad about him? What's the criminal mix up?
So he fell into some
Bramble as well.
Brander Bramblecheeks does sound like a really good name to call him. I would not that I would steal your surname or anything like that.
Please don't.
But he fell into a harsh crowd, and after a embarrassing defeat by a group of people that had not known each other for more than 10 minutes at that point, he kind of went off the rails, and he sent a bunch of bandits after them to get revenge, as it were. And when my instructor found out, he was rightly furious. But by the time we got to his rooms at the college, he was gone. He's kind of wily, slippery character. And normally we would just leave it to the Arcanum, as you can well imagine. But unfortunately, Brander's connections include some in the Arcanum. So we can't really leave anything to chance. He should be brought to justice by somebody in the college.
Sounds quite intriguing.
How much are we talking here?
I have a... And she kind of looks around and she leans forward a little bit and she goes, I have about 500 gold pieces.
Just like trying to not show how excited I am about the contract.
There's little dollar signs.
Obviously that was for travel and everything as well. So I could be willing to part with, say, 400 of it.
Tiny huddle.
Yeah. Let's talk about this.
All under the table. I'm just going to pretend I can't hear, I suppose.
I would have settled for 2. This is a great deal. I'm in.
Yeah, this is our biggest break yet.
I'm in 2. Should we act like it's not a big deal? Should we try and get 450? I mean,
We
I
do
don't
this all
think
the time. This is like normal contract. This is actually on the low end.
You're right. You're right. Exactly.
I'll follow your lead.
All right.
You do the talking.
So you all come up from underneath the table, and Holly is pointedly like looking elsewhere, trying to pretend that she didn't just hear an entire conversation with her elvish hearing. And she turns to Maggie as if that's the most natural thing in the world, and you're not the one that's going to be negotiating now.
Well, what can I say? 400. We work for that amount all the time. This sounds like a unique case with this Brander fellow, with the punchable face. His name sounds like it, so I've heard. I don't know if that's quite enough.
Go ahead and give me another persuasion check.
I rolled a 2. Plus 9.
Oh, too bad you didn't roll a 1.
I know.
He's lucky.
Yep. I really couldn't go more than 410. I do need money for the journey back.
Well, I suppose we could go for that as a favor to you, since you seem so nice.
Of course, and as a show of good faith, I'll also buy a round of drinks or a meal.
Sold.
Okay. And she starts counting out the customary, like, half of the money now, so 205 gold that you guys can split among you.
All right, we seal this the Little Hope's way.
You gotta spit.
Like, is that like to her face? Are you gonna slap her face?
She's way too tall.
And she like hits it.
He's like jumping. Whack.
Wonderful. Well, I am going to be staying uphill.
Ooh, in the
fancy.
fancy places.
Oh,
What, the Beale-
look
the
at
Beale-
me! I'm in the hill house.
Oh my god.
Not good enough for you.
Had a few.
The inn
could
that
use a
I'm
few
staying
more.
at is the Hill House. So
Naturally.
yeah. So if you do find anything about Brander, or you do find him, if you bring him back to me, I will have the rest of your payment.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about this character? You say that he came here, he lost his track here. What type of bandits was he in cahoots with?
So they were just random ruffians on the road.
Random ruffians. That's given us a lot to work with here.
I'm
I
sorry.
hate that band of bandits. They
Random ruffians.
They always take our gigs.
Curse them.
Oh.
Now, was it the random ruffians or just random ruffians?
Unfortunately, the Arcanum's investigation didn't have any sort of markings to identify these bandits. So.
Well, the
Makes
random
sense,
ruffians usually
right?
have 2 R's tattooed on them somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Not next to each other. Sometimes it's like
usually on
one
each
on the
cheek.
neck and like one on the butt cheek or something.
Or
It's just
each
really
butt
weird.
cheek.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you have to pants them to find it.
I'm afraid that I didn't hear that they.
And we do like pantsing them.
We really do. You know, we're right there.
And then you
It's
say,
really
"You've been
easy.
pantsed by the Bramblecheeks."
Brander may come back pantsless.
I like it.
You know, maybe it's better if I follow along just in case. I'll stay out of your hair. I know a little
Price
bit.
stays the same.
Of course, yes, of course.
And if we have to keep you out of trouble, it's
I
going to cost you a little bit more.
I promise you I can handle myself in a fight.
All right.
You do have a staff. What can you do?
And she kind of like tenses up a little bit, like you can see the staff. Like I didn't hide it that well.
It's just like a hump in her cloak in the back.
I'm training to be a monk at the Millabrax College.
Interesting.
Both of you are like gasping, like facing, and you're just like playing it chill. Yeah, and I've been learning to manipulate spiritual energy, chi, that sort of thing. So I know my way around a little bit of healing. But that's I mean, I can handle myself.
All right.
Okay.
You can come along.
Sure.
Perfect. So when do we leave?
Well,
First thing in the morning.
yeah, we've got to sleep off the liquor.
Right.
Might need to go for a swim.
Yeah.
He might not know which way is up and down.
I can
Drown?
I
Can
can
an otter
float.
drown? Or a Lidae drown?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I don't know what an otter is.
They can hold their
They
breath
don't
really
have
well.
gills. I mean,
but Otters can hold their breath pretty well, so.
Okay.
well, you know, you're holding your
Throw it in
breath.
and find out.
I can float.
We'll just throw you in there.
Yeah, they're good at like linking arms and all floating
They're
together.
so cute.
That's
They're
what
just
Lidae do. They family up.
They build their little raft.
Well, I will meet you here in the morning then.
Sounds about right.
Sounds good.
Good evening, little hopes. And she stands up and puts the hood back up and quickly rushes out, like trying to make sure that nobody is like.
Bye, Miss Fancy.
Tell those bastards up on the hill that they need to hire Maggie Bramblecheeks again.
And you hear a chorus of here, that kind of stopped short because they thought you were gonna just like tell them off, but like hiring you specifically, they're gonna like yeah, sure.
All right.
So she leaves, and the surly dwarf who runs the tavern, Karth Shortwick, comes up, and he goes, "And who was that then?"
Some hoity-toity lady who's staying up on the hill.
What's she doing down here at the bilge pump?
Looking for
Belgian.
a lost dog or
I'm
something.
pumping.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, last call. Wait, no. That's not for like 8 more hours.
Long day.
The sun still hasn't come up yet.
That's when last call is like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, first light.
And then
Work
there's,
shift
it's just
starts in an hour.
it's like a 30-minute gap and then first call. Yeah. It's run by a dwarf. There's going to be plenty of ale flowing. Yeah. So you guys spend a night enjoying the beginnings of probably your greatest cash grab as of yet, even without the other half of the payment. Like you guys are swimming in more money than you have ever had.
We're like literally, it's on the ground and we're doing like snow angels on it.
If you like.
No, I'm not letting that money out of my sight in this place.
No, it's true.
Far too dangerous.
All right.
Okay. So anything else that anybody would like to do in the evening before?
As the night wears down, Cilin will. I bid you adieu. Did I sound like her? Alright, anyway.
Work.
I'll see you tomorrow. You know where to find me. And he's gonna walk towards the docks and get out to the end of the dock and just turn around and go. and then just kind of like start floating down river, and then find like a rock to like.
Does he like go underneath the bilge pump and then like grab on like a rope that he's had tied there and tie it to his leg?
Yeah, like that. Just kind of just
lets
one
it,
leg,
like, tug.
just one leg sticking up every time like the river like.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like my worst nightmare.
But Lidae of the River Clan love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel at home in the river.
So the next morning, everybody wakes up. Give me a Constitution check really quick just to see if anybody is extremely hungover after a night of partying.
Natural 20.
Oh, Maggie is bright-cheeked and free of brambles, as it were.
12.
15.
And so you are all fine. Ingrid's looking a little bleary-eyed. She's definitely blinking. What is she, right?
Was she drinking bird?
Yeah, she was doing the drinking bird out of a out of a cup of otter piss. What was the one that you came up with? It was Dragon's Mead, wasn't
Dragon's
it?
Mead.
Yeah, Dragon's Mead's pretty good too.
Spicy.
Yeah, it is. It's like cinnamon in it, you know, that kind of thing.
Even though there's no dragons in an area.
No, of course not. There are no such thing as dragons in an area. No.
We'll find them.
And you're all having a nice
Maybe
greasy
Lady
breakfast.
Crystal?
Karth knows how to make one thing and it's greasy food. So
Perfect.
technically that's multiple things in one category, but it's definitely what the doctor ordered after a night of drinking. And
Let's talk about
Little
it.
bit
Take
of
3 ingredients and just do it in a bunch of different ways.
exactly.
Ah,
Yeah.
soggy hash browns.
Karth is really good at dwarven breakfast burritos, that's for sure. Yeah.
Breakfast burrito.
Extra fish for me, please.
God, I hate that you order that every morning. And he just like takes a fish with the bones and like rolls it into a tortilla shell and hands it to you.
It does kind of stink up the place.
What was that? Ooh, the eyeball was really juicy today.
Suddenly I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah, I'm good too. Like
It actually doesn't smell any worse than the Baba Yaga. Anyhow.
I'll take your word for that.
I love the pause that Maggie gives to be like, does anybody want to ask more questions about the
It's
Baba
like-
Yaga? And I'm sorry, I gotta.
We just turned to the nearest person.
I gotta give an epic dice to everybody
The
tonight.
nearest,
Like,
the nearest
I'm
person
loving
that
this so far. So.
starts going like, what does the...
Like-
we like, just don't engage.
Don't engage.
Cilin tackles them over the table.
No. I didn't drop the burrito. I'm good.
And the door opens up again, and Holly comes in. She looks about the same. Like, she's still got the cloak up. She waits until the door closes, and she's over at the table before she puts the hood down, and she sits down and says, "Good morning, little hopes.
Good morning. I saw you wore your fancy pants today.
These are my traveling clothes. They're the ones
They're
I
all
usually
silky, aren't you worried? I hope we don't spill any of this greasy food on them. Oh!
wear. Thank you. They are nice, but they're not, too elegant. She seems very defensive about
She's
this.
gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Do you think that I need to find another set of clothes?
Just a mud pile.
I'd let you borrow some of mine, but I don't think they'd fit.
Perhaps there's a
Shorts
tailor
and a crop
somewhere
top
nearby.
at this point.
Like little
Yeah.
Daisy Dukes.
Yep. Rather than muddying these clothes, I'd rather go to a tailor. Is there like a clothing shop nearby that any of you know?
Do we know?
If you know one, make one up.
You could
I
go
mean,
to
all the
the
ones I
Sow's
know-
Ear.
They make small clothes.
Yeah, the Sow's Ear does.
Right.
We could, maybe... Actually, I think I might have some in my trunk upstairs.
Okay.
I just came across them.
You just happened to come across a set of elven-sized
I
clothes?
can't really tell you how I got them, but I'll let you wear them if you want.
Definitely wasn't off of a dead girl.
Shh.
Just the bones.
I'll be right back.
That would be fine. Thank you. She's starting to really question her choices, but then she remembers that she really didn't have too many choices.
She brings
Want a fish burrito
these
for
clothes
breakfast?
down.
No, thank you. I'm good though.
I mean, I guess you can have
Upset her elven delicacies.
you can have potatoes or something. Whatever. You guys are weird.
I already ate. Thank you. So what are these clothes that you bring down?
Okay, they are just hideous looking. I'm sure that Holly does not want to wear them. It's like
Did you
two different pairs of pants
Did you
that are
steal them
like
off
stitched
Baba
together.
Yaga? Did you steal them from Baba Yaga's house as you
Of
left?
course not. I'm never gonna steal from her.
I'm sorry. Baba Yaga, like
I'll
the
tell you
stories?
about her later.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, these
It's the first
pants, I
time
think.
she's ever not told the story.
Well, I
I
can't.
give you 5 gold pieces. Like we had a bet.
Like we had a bed. Yeah.
I gotta keep the interest brewing and hopefully get us a little more money for sharing the story.
So just so we're clear, I am an elf and I have really good hearing. Just so you all know.
Well, that's unfortunate.
She thinks really highly of herself.
Agreed.
So these appear to be two different sets of pants that you have.
But they're stitched together.
Yeah.
It's okay. They're okay if you get them a little bit dirty.
Stitch
'Cause
down
I will
the middle.
I will send you my
You
dry
could go
cleaning
to
bill.
outside the
It's dirty.
scenes. They make clothes for people outside of the scenes.
Trust
I suppose
me.
it's either that or standing out.
You'll stand in better with these on.
Thank you. Excuse me for a moment. I'm
Don't worry, none of us will look.
The top is like a tunic that is just like tattered and
Okay.
has like a big stain down
Okay.
it.
She's not going to change here in the middle of the.
I remember
The
that
commentary.
stain.
I know, right?
That was
Such a funny
so
story.
Gross.
I have an idea.
We could also
Really good hearing, she says as she's walking away.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to talk with my mouth covered so you can't hear me.
I was gonna tell her we could stand around her and shield her while she changes.
I can only shield from like
It's like
the middle
hold
of
up your
her
hands and like
Yeah. Am I covering them? I don't know.
She really is kind of hoity-toity, isn't she?
We
Just like all the other tall
We've
folk.
worked for weirder people.
I have no
All the
problem
proportions are
stripping down
wrong.
in here.
I know. I saw all the proportions are wrong. She's way too skinny.
Absolutely.
at the word strip down, Ingrid like clucks and starts like going over and like picking out one of the nails in the floorboards, and just like she takes the nail and once it's off, she puts it in the tip bucket and starts picking off another nail. And Karth has to come over and go, "Shoo, you crazy bird!"
Ingrid, behave yourself. Remember, you're supposed to steal the money from the patrons. Did I say that out loud? All right then.
Karth just chooses to ignore it. There's plenty that goes on here. As long as it doesn't like interfere with his business, like he's not gonna worry about it. So after a few minutes, Holly comes out and she's got the rest of her clothes like bundled up in the cloak and everything, and she passes it to the innkeeper and she's like, "Is there a place that I can store these for temporary?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll put it behind the bar. It'll be fine." And he slaps it onto the ground and kicks it over with a muddy boot, and she just kind of, all right. And she turns around and she goes, "How do I look?" And
Terrible.
Yes.
That's perfect.
all right. Yeah, so it's like, it's this tunic, it's all ratty, like to about here, so it does like look like a belly shirt almost. And she's one improper bend away from those pants, probably like ripping down the seams. We'll see if any natural ones happen this evening, I suppose. And she says, "Whenever you're ready to go, where do we begin?"
So that's your thing, right?
Yeah, when's...
Like,
He's like,
you're the scout.
You're the tracker.
Do you have anything of his that Cilin could maybe smell?
Can Lidae do that? Do they have a good nose?
Of course they can.
Of course I can smell.
No, I mean like smell good. My apologies. It didn't mean to offend.
He does smell
Smells
good.
right.
He smells a little like
takes a
fish.
bath every day.
Let's be honest here. He smells like
Multiple
fish
times
in
a
the
day.
river.
Why? Do I smell bad?
Like fish bones hanging out.
Just the tail.
Suck it back in.
Yep. I don't have anything specifically of his, but I do know that I was only a few days behind him as far as all of the other towns and villages I met along the
Let's
way.
bust out my map. I pull out of my non-existent pocket.
Okay. Yep. So
South,
six.
you say?
Yes. 6 Hills to Salsport
Okay.
is west along the long road. Salsport is the end of the long road. Yep.
So he got on a riverboat.
He
Most likely.
Yeah, probably. Let's go.
Or he went down below.
Ooh, or maybe he was going to the Arcanum.
Or maybe
Well-
he went north.
The best place to ask would be the
That's
docks.
literally every direction but south so far. Yes.
Well, south, you just fall right off the edge of the map. There's nothing there. The river just ends.
Doesn't it loop around?
Not according to this picture. Big.
That's a
No,
map.
It is a flat
That's
land. Can't you see? You fall off the
That's
edge.
the Gaius.
that's
This is the Aurelius.
We're obviously flat earthers.
yes, yes. Flat and areas.
I didn't do
Flat
my cartography school because I went to the woods to live.
Really, I lived in the woods for a while as well. Which woods did you grow up in?
Let me look at my map. The Bleakwood Forest.
I'm actually from the Bleakwood Forest. Are you?
Are you hoity-toity too?
I'd never met anybody the entire time I was in the Bleakwood Forest, except for the one people, but they're not really people. You can't see them.
The what people?
The voices, the spirits of the woods.
Sorry, I forgot. She's a little.
Water.
Anyhow.
Always
So sweet.
Yes.
You should know you're an elf.
I mean, I've communed with dryads and other nature spirits before, but they're always visible when I speak with them.
Well,
That's
There-
embarrassing. What did you say your last name was?
My last name is Wreathwind.
Wreathwinds.
Yes.
That's right. You ever heard of any Wreathwinds in Bleakwood?
never heard of anybody in the Bleakwood. Of course, I know they live there. I just never ran into
I mean,
How long were you without contact in there?
4 years.
That explains a lot.
I came out every now and again to just like get supplies.
Okay. Maybe
Couple
some.
You know,
tattoos.
they
and I go
should
back.
make a survival competition where you just have to be alone, and you call it Alone.
I would win.
You would
I
win.
already did. I won.
She won.
For 4 years at least.
That's the longest.
Reigning
I-
champ.
And
good.
she's part of the Little Hopes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
The middle-sized Little Hope. He's the big one.
And she takes a moment to scrutinize everybody's
That big?
heights.
Tall.
Not fat. Tall.
Oh. Okay.
Right.
Well, it sounds like he probably did get on a boat somewhere and travel up or down river. So the best place to look is probably the docks.
Maybe we should ask around and see if anyone saw him.
I know a few of the dock workers, and we could see if any of them see anything.
Yes, here. One of my friends did draw a picture, a rather nice likeness of him. I mean,
Can we see it?
Yeah, and she puts the scroll down on the table and flattens it out with like some cups. And there's a picture of Brander.
We all punch it.
So
Immediately.
Boom.
And
were right.
to kind of reiterate, he's very like to use the term Chad handsome as far as it goes. He's got blonde hair that kind of falls in locks.
Sorry, Chad.
Little
I
He-Man.
know you're watching.
Yeah,
Some
more like
Chad.
Adam than He-Man as far as that goes. So he's not quite ripped. He's just kind of like a little, a little handsome, but very
Like
punchable.
the douchiest frat boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds like a children's book.
The
douchiest fat boy.
It's a warning
frat
book
boy.
for girls going to college.
Yeah.
I'm
By Dr.
What's his
Seuss.
name? Dr.
Seuss.
Seuss. Yes, that's fitting.
Douchey, frushy, fratsy, natsy. There's more to it, but I just have to think of it later.
Please do.
I can't wait to read it.
That'll go great with our Sesame Street builds that we've done.
Yeah.
Well, that we're going to do apparently sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to go ahead and ask around the docks. Not too far to get to the docks. You're already there. So let's get some investigation checks to see if anybody uncovers anything regarding Brander.
Well, that's not my strong suit.
Mine either. Investigation? 5.
5, 6,
13.
13. All right.
We are the worst.
Luckily that...
I only have a +1, so I just rolled pretty decent.
I'm a -1.
Maybe you weren't the right group for this adventure. Oh well. Luckily, the difficulty
Yo,
wasn't
you heard
too
that?
hard there.
Damn it. Thought I was saying it quiet.
You kind of go around and you ask the dock workers. Nobody's really heard or seen Brander anywhere about. You even ask like the people who kind of hang around the entrance of the tunnel, which probably has a name. It's called the Coraline Tunnel, or no, not Coraline. Coraline. We'll call it the Coraline.
Ooh, like the secret door in the house.
The Coraline Tunnel.
There's like the
Like
facade
I like
of
it
the
because
doll.
it's the coral line.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
And
Obsessed with that.
they're like they haven't really seen Brander either, and you're starting to get a little worried that maybe he's just in the wind at this point when you're asking around and some merchant goes takes a look at the picture and goes, yeah, I saw him a couple days ago actually.
Well, do you know where he was headed?
Well, he tried to sell me some.
That sounds of the docks, people.
Well, yep,
Oh.
just
Somebody
seagulls
says,
and
That was a dying seagull. Sorry.
he tried to sell me some college like paraphernalia that he had on him.
Paraphernalia
Yeah.
from the
Oh,
college.
where's
It's more
where
just
did
like
that end
the
up?
college banner and one of those big foam #1 fingers.
Yeah. Well, I told him that I had no use for it, and I sent him over to I sent him over to Mungo's. You know how it goes with the tourists.
Mungos.
I bet
I'm
you
sorry.
fleeced him.
Who's Mungo?
It's kind of like a discount magic shop.
Think of the worst magic items, and then they don't work.
And you
That is
pay
Mungos.
an arm and a leg for him.
Wow. Hopefully not literally. No, I wouldn't.
If you don't pay,
Depends on the magic item. Let's go.
All right. So you enter into Mungo's magic mansion, which is this rundown shack. Think Mystery Shack from Gravity Falls.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I love it already.
Yeah.
Is there a Grunkle stand there?
Sort of.
Mungo.
Mungo himself is there. He is the largest grung that you've ever seen.
Is that the boar people?
No.
That's the brusque.
Yeah, a grung is a frog
people.
person. Yeah, like a toad person. Technically, he could be a bullywug or a grung. He's never really like given the indication, but he is large. Like all of the shop walls or not walls, but all of the aisles are stretched out because he is probably he's probably about 4 feet wide.
He's wider than we are tall. Yeah.
He's spherical, like a globe.
Yeah, and he's definitely got like those froggy jowls that extend a little bit. And as you enter, he goes, "Maggie, I told you, any items that you bring in here are not going to be good enough quality for my shop."
Mungo.
Yeah, you offend me the second we walk in here. Go ahead. Give him a piece of my mind.
Perhaps after. We're looking for someone, and we think that you know where they are. And I slide because I can't reach the top of the thing. I slide the picture of Brander on, and we need you to tell us if you've seen this very punchable face.
And he takes it and he pulls it up here and he goes, "Fine quality artwork."
It's not for sale.
I mean, everything's for sale.
All right,
Oh, really?
5 gold after you tell us where he is, and you can have it. It
Make
is
it
fine
3
art.
gold.
We might
All right.
We might need it still.
Alright, we'll just steal it before we leave.
Oh, right. I forgot.
And he kind of rings his ear, it pulls out like this big glob of earwax and tosses it away.
It's like as tall as me, probably.
Yeah. and he goes, "Oh, yes, I did see this lad in here. He was asking me about trade, and then he was asking me about joining a mercenary band. He wanted to know the best ones in town."
And you didn't send him away? I am
Wait,
so
He was
offended.
too tall for you, my friends.
Did he get an R and an R stamped on his arse?
I don't know. I wasn't there for any ceremonies, but I don't think he had joined.
Is that
the
why they call it an
ruffians.
arse?
Yes. That's exactly why it's called that.
Anyway, who did you let him know was the best in town?
And he
besides
takes it and he's
us?
already like tacking it up with. They look like tiny little daggers that he has that are supposed to be like magic daggers, but they just shrunk down into tiny tacks. And he kind of smooths it out a little bit. It's already got like a bunch of slime on it now that his hands have been touching it. And he says, "Well, I sent him over to the Ironcrack Mercenary Company. You know,
Ironcrack.
plenty of butt jokes in this episode."
And you're not even doing butcher's things.
Nope.
Nope.
Bolt is running from Terabon to get a buttress joke.
Say buttresses.
They've been asking me to send, the more desperate their way lately.
And where are they? I've never heard of them. They seem pretty lowly. I'm surprised you would...
They're rather new. You should be able to find them. Here, let me write you the address.
While he's doing that,
Just
right
like-
before we leave, I'm gonna slide of hand the picture.
Yeah.
Try to,
Okay.
If that's
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Do it.
26.
Yeah.
It's very gross. Your hand gets covered in grung slime. But you do manage to slip it out and roll it up. And he writes on it just like a scrap of parchment and hands it over. And he goes, there you are. Now, Miss Maggie, I do apologize. I thought I was being funny, but apparently you took that as a slight. Obviously, anything that you wish to sell is welcome here. Is there anything new that you have on you that I can procure?
Let me think about it.
You can sell them Holly's pants.
I've got these nice knickers here. Silken.
You pull out Holly's pair of pants that were in the bundle, and Holly goes, "Hey, wait a
Shh. What do we fetch for this?
Oh, they are very fine." And he goes to touch them, but he thinks better of it because
You better not.
Ah,
With all the. Mm-hmm.
that wart is new.
You should get
Just-
that looked at.
It'll be fine. He just pops it. And, yeah.
Didn't know you could pop a wart.
You can when you're Mungo.
Wow, Mungo. So what did you want?
I could get about 15 gold for those pants. So I could give them to you for about 8, I think.
8.
I have to
Gonna
think
offend
about
me that
resale.
way.
11, and we'll send the next 3 people that need items to you.
Come on, Mungo. Look how nice they are. Not even a stain.
They would go.
Smell
They would,
good too, like
they would
lilacs.
look really nice on my girlfriend. That's for sure.
Your girlfriend could
I
fit into these.
pop my head up
Yeah.
over like a rack. You have a girlfriend?
Yes, of course I have a girlfriend. She's very beautiful.
Ah, a girlfriend.
Does she live in Archdom? Is that why we've never met her?
No, she lives here. You ridiculous people. Give me a persuasion check really quick.
What's her name?
Her name is
Go.
Callus.
26.
Like what you get
Callus.
on your hand if you played too much loot?
Well, I've never thought of it that way, but
You know,
what?
Mungo.
11 gold would be absolutely fine. We just count it out.
If you're giving these to your girlfriend as a gift, I would think you'd want to pay full price.
You know what? She probably would appreciate full price. And he counts out 4
woman
more
always
gold
knows.
and he slides it over
These are
across
so
the table.
nice. You got them on sale, didn't you?
Yes, if you just wouldn't mind just setting them on the counter, I'll take care of them. in a
Here you
moment.
go.
Wonderful.
Nice doing business with you.
Excellent. And it was wonderful doing business with you, and thank you for the lovely new picture.
You're welcome. We've got to be going though.
Bye, Mungo. Have a good day.
Of course. Come by any time. You know that you're always welcome here as long as you've got something good to sell or buy.
Good one, Mungo.
Why is Mungo the Watto of?
I just keep thinking of 1/4 portion, and I'm like, yes, this is perfect.
So you guys rush out of the store. Holly is looking a little perturbed, but she's not saying anything quite yet. And as you leave, you all bump into this beautiful, like short silver-haired elf girl, and she goes, "Oh, sorry," and she opens the door, and you hear, "Callus, my dear." And we seen.
I'm just standing with the door slowly closing, like.
She must be into some really freaky stuff. Each their own.
Why did you sell my pants?
Because, look, I'll give you half. Here's 10 gold
You're
for
not
you.
gonna need those.
It is very slimy. Oh, my.
Here. I'll cast Prestidigitation.
Oh, well, thank you. That's
And on the poster, too.
that's handy. Yeah.
And the
You
other
could
half
do it
is
to her
for
clothes, too.
Yeah.
stain on the t-shirt.
We're not doing it.
Like
Nope.
it.
Okay.
You gotta fit in.
All I'm saying is you could buy yourself some new clothes with that. And look, we've made a little money on the side.
Oh no.
And the poor puppy.
That was a boat scraping against the dock.
Sorry, buddy.
Another seagull noise.
Another dying seagull.
The seagulls are.
Well, because I heard
something
him. Come here,
toxic
buddy.
in the water.
Come here.
In his pocket.
No, he just because he was scratching at it. I dropped my hand to like pet him, and I bumped onto his head. Come here.
Oh, poor little guy.
Come on. All right,
He's
there we
like,
go.
okay, father.
I didn't mean to hurt you. All right, so you guys head out towards Ironcrack Mercenary Company, which is it's actually a rather large building. You haven't heard of this mercenary company before, and typically they don't spring up overnight like this. But there is a really fine building down here by the docks, and oh my gosh, don't be scared. It's okay. And there are plenty of like rather tough-looking customers. You see a couple Goliaths kind of standing outside with mauls, and they're just idly talking to one another. And Holly goes, and we think that they're just going to hand over the information on Brander.
Well, we may have to.
It's a good thing we sold your pants. Might need to bribe him.
I mean, I would prefer my pants, but
You
anyway.
look good in those pants. You don't need
And
other
it's
pants.
like
I have
pants in
gotten
one.
2 holes since the trip over here. I haven't even
So
bumped
you
into
fit in
anything.
even better.
I'm like looking back, like I need to stitch that up later.
Yeah. So
I have to cut a hole in all of my pants. Tail.
Is that? Doesn't that like ruin the structural integrity of the pants or something?
Oh,
Sometimes.
structural
Look, no one
integrity.
cares if your cheeks are out a little bit.
Tell you what, Holly.
Unless there's brambles around.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
The old bramble in the cheek. I'll fix one of those holes for you. I've got just enough magic left to do it.
Okay, and you're going to cast mending, or is it prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
Okay. Yeah, I think it.
I don't
does
think it can fix it.
It can just pretend.
Tell you what.
It's just like a minor illusion. A very bad render.
Just while she looks at it, and then she
It's an
turns around.
off-colored patch that appears.
Or you just say like, look away for a moment, and you pull out like a marker and quickly mark her leg.
That's what we're doing.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
some charcoal. Just some quick charcoal. Be like, there.
No one can even tell now.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So what is the plan?
Well, we obviously need to sneak in.
Yeah, I'll see if I can sneak in and see what I can see, and then I'll meet you guys back out here in, I'll say 20 minutes.
Isn't that illegal to sneak in?
We're a mercenary
I'm already
group.
like...
We have leeway with the law.
We're the little hopes for crying out loud. I know, I'll create a distraction. Ingrid! I'm gonna kick Ingrid and the little thing falls open.
And she like stumbles forward a little bit, and it's almost like tap dancing, but not really in any sort of rhythm. And
I'll just
it does
slowly
turn
start
a few heads.
backing away and following Cillian.
Holly is going to like
So-
just step off to the side and just kind of hunker down near a nearby booth and just watch what's about to happen. She's not sure if she wants to be involved in it.
I'm going to try to sneak in through like maybe like a window or something. That's
Yeah,
maybe
it's a
propped
two-story
open.
building, so you can find a window. Give me a perception check just to see.
We're so chaotic.
That's what one-shots are about, baby.
6.
6.
I'll try another way.
Yep. Gwen, you're there as
Different
well.
window.
So,
How about a 19 plus 6? That's
so
25.
you're looking around and you're like, there are absolutely no windows that we can.
I cannot see any windows anywhere, and you just
I
take
just
my
got
head
it.
and like, oh! There.
So what does Maggie do for a distraction? Does she just start singing, or does she specifically have like a special show? Does you use any sort of magic or anything?
She will, first of all, like, have some little fireworks.
Some confetti comes out of Ingrid's little hut.
Yes. Hear ye, hear ye. Keep doing your job over there.
Message.
Yeah. Do the job. I'm the famous Maggie the Magnificent. You might also know me as Maggie Bramblecheeks. Have I ever told you the story of the Bramblecheek name?
One of the merchants goes, "Yes, we've heard the story."
Allow me to tell you all about it. Come around, and I do take requests if anyone has a song they'd like me to sing.
I request you shut up!
And I request you can just turn around.
Prestidigitation, face full of doves.
Yes. Ta-da!
And somebody goes, "Play the littlest rascal."
The littlest rascal it is.
Just like the first song that popped into his head because he didn't want to hear the Bramblecheeks story again.
Good call. There once was a little rascal. His name was Cilin.
It's about Cillian? Oh, I love it. Or I guess the name can be interchangeable for whoever
This
you
time
want.
it's about Cillian.
Cilin.
Cilin.
So,
It's about you, but like not
based
about
on-
you.
Right, okay, gotcha.
the character, he's a Lidae, but he's a land
I poke
Lidae.
my head out of
Yes.
the window. Cilin! That's good.
Go ahead and give me a performance check as you get into a rousing
Oh dear,
rendition.
not very good. Let's see. Where is it? That is a 13.
13? Okay. Let me just roll something here.
It's tradition at this table that if you play a bard, you cannot perform well.
Yep, that is
the way it
that is
is.
tradition. All right, so you start strumming. The Goliath guards are kind of just like looking your way idly. There are a few people gathering around. It's not quite drawn as much attention as you'd like yet. So we'll get back to that in just a moment.
Oh dear. I'm gonna come up with a plan.
All right, so you guys climb up the lattice work. Give me a couple athletics or acrobatics checks.
Glad I'm not doing that.
18?
19.
12.
12.
Acrobatics.
Okay. So Cilin slips a little bit, but you're able to both make it up into the window.
Yeah. There's just that. So it's like sideways scene where you can see the two guards, and they shift out of focus, and then you just see me like scramble like legs, and then up into it.
And a rock falls off the wall as you go over.
Yep.
And you kind of like squeeze in and everything, and you're in a hallway, and you can see some mercenaries wandering around, that sort of thing. And you see the door open up, and this gentleman step out. He's wearing like a big long red coat, and he looks very formal. He looks like he has a commanding presence about him, and he says, "Let's go take a look at that next batch of recruits." And the other two start chuckling, like, "Yeah, sure."
I just kind of give you a little elbow, like,
Bingo.
so we're gonna try to stealth behind them.
Okay.
Sneak in.
Give me another stealth check, or a stealth check, I suppose.
Shit.
Good thing critical fails aren't, or are they?
They are.
Well, it's 12 with a critical fail.
Cilin pokes his head out the window at hearing the word Cillian and shouts, "Cilin!" No,
An 8.
an 8.
I'm gonna spend. Okay, how about a 14?
A 14. Yeah, so
Oh, that was like the most unfortunate way it could have went.
so you guys kind of you land on the floorboards there, and Cilin, your tail smacks against the ground as you hit. Sometimes you can't. It's not prehensile, so you can't really it's slide. It's not like monkey prehensile.
Oh,
but, like, yeah. You can't grip things with it, that sort of thing. So sometimes it just falls where it may. And the captain kind of blinks a little bit and starts turning around. And
I'm just gonna grab him and dive into whatever room and hope we don't get seen.
yeah, so you dive into the door that was closing that the captain came out of.
Now I know why I've never played a rogue before.
So much hinges on the dice.
God.
Meanwhile,
sneaky.
outside, let's go ahead and get another performance check here.
Right.
If it wasn't a damn
Still really, this is even worse.
So one of your lute strings breaks, and you have to kind of improvise a little bit. Ingrid's doing her best to kind of drum up business as much as possible.
You like, start dancing.
Yeah, that's it. We're going into tap dance.
Because this isn't working. Maybe there's some other form of distraction that we could do.
Well, what idea do you have? You could put them all to sleep, but that's only going to work for a minute.
It's like the idea of okay, fireball. Woo!
And she goes, "Okay, give me just a minute." And she walks forward, straight up to the Goliath guards, who stand up straight, seeing her coming. And she goes, "You bastard!" And she slaps one of them across the face. And then she turns around and she goes,
I feel like we're missing something cool.
Yeah, totally.
and the guard kind of reels back a little bit, and she's like, you left me without any clothes this morning. And the other guard is like, what's going on?
Oh, she's cool.
So go ahead and give me that performance check again, but with advantage now, because you've got extra, because you can join in on this.
Okay. 21.
21. Okay. So yeah. So
We
if
should
you
have background music. Which is like, you bastard.
Yep, definitely some Mario. And she starts she goes to throw another punch. She kind of rears back, and the other Goliath steps forward and grabs her, and she starts struggling and starts shouting "Get off of me! Let me at him! Let me at him!" And it draws a little bit of a crowd. You can see more of the mercenaries heading out. You can hear that inside. You two are in the captain's room. You can sit here and just wait for a minute, or if you like, you can look around.
Let's look around.
Okay.
See if we can find anything relating to Brander.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
I have terrible investigation.
4.
But I got a 15.
15.
Too bad.
Okay. So we'll say that you just find some blank papers.
Yeah.
There's a folder with a stack of blank papers in it, and you're like, this looks like it should be important stuff.
It just says
He is so dumb for a captain.
the captain's journal.
Captain's journal. Cilin, you actually pull out a ledger that is like a recruitment ledger, and you open it up and you kind of flip to the page, and you can see that it's kind of by date, so you can look up, and you do find a Brander. He's using a fake name.
Wow.
Brander Forian is the full name.
Come
And-
here. Come look at this. I point to it.
and it has his name, and then it has a what's essentially just like an X next to it, and then there's other ones that have like check marks next to them or X's, and then you can see written out that he was told to report to the Wickerwill Shipping and Storage, which is a dockside warehouse that in Salsport.
Okay.
Meanwhile, outside you are full on combat music performing right now, because Holly is like there's like
I can just imagine Maggie's like, get him, like throwing kicks and like.
There
Totally is.
there's like 8 guards that are all, or not guards, but mercenaries that are all trying to like run around, and Holly is just like grabbing fruit off of stands and throwing it at him, and like just doing the worst public freak out that you've probably ever watched on YouTube.
Love it.
And
Oh no, not the remote.
yeah. So that gives Cilin and Gwen enough time to slip out with the information, and they run around the corner, and you see them. Holly's a little too like engaged in what she's doing. So what do you do after you see him?
So I will walk up into the center of the fray and say, all right. Now let that be a lesson to all of you, that hell hath no fury like a holly scorned. It's time to go.
Oh, right. Sorry. Good day. And she like just storms off, and they just look like, what the? What?
Miss, I said good day.
I said
And then Ingrid comes like prancing by with the tips.
We do accept it.
And they're like a couple of them like put silver coins in there, like add 3 silver for that, because 3 of them are just like really confused, like what just happened?
There's some
Was
kind
this
of
like a
enchantment.
flash
There's some
mob?
kind of enchantment on Ingrid, I swear. That like when the tip thing, everyone's like just compelled to be like,
Was
They're just so confused.
This was part of the show.
Like yeah, it was just like a flash mob thing, right? Like just with thrown fruit. There are a couple merchants that start like moving towards you, like, hey, somebody's got to pay for all this fruit on the ground. So if you'd like, you can stick around for that, or you can.
Nope.
Okay.
I'll do some fireworks again.
You'll just
One
say
of
the
those
word
things
flourish.
Flourish.
And then you
Yep.
see them run away.
Okay. Yeah. So there's some like a tiny little puff of smoke, and Maggie just running the opposite direction. Ingrid's behind you with the little with the tip thing going.
Yeah, the things are just the house top just flapping like.
Coins are spilling out.
Yeah. All right. So where do you guys go after a successful heist?
Follow the captain. He was going to the recruits, right?
Follow the yellow brick
No,
road.
I think we need to go to
Wickerwill.
Wickerwill.
Oh,
Shipping and storage.
right.
Here's my question. Did you find out
Sorry,
in
I
there?
got caught up in the little kerfuffle.
The kerfuffle.
I forgot.
Did you find out in there why they're called the Ironcrack? Maybe they can't use the bathroom. I don't know.
Well, the sign on the door did have like a brick of iron that had been cracked down the middle.
Well,
I think it's the bathroom thing.
Okay.
I agree. It's probably the bathroom thing.
By the way, you didn't use my real name there, did you? Just now?
I said holy, not Hallie.
Ah, okay, good. I was kind of on the move, so I couldn't quite hear as well. But I'm glad you didn't use my real name, because it'd be rather
She
embarrassing.
had the best hearing out of everyone.
Not when I'm trying to make a hasty retreat.
Damn it! You hurt me again.
All right. So off to this storage house.
To the
Yeah.
storage house.
Okay. So it's been about most of the day. You guys probably stopped for a little like street side calamari or something like that. Yeah.
There's lots of sushi in this town.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably lots of sushi everywhere.
Yeah.
Fish tacos.
Oh yeah. Fish tacos.
Oh man, that sounds so good right now.
Quick, make an order.
Crispy fish tacos from Del Taco coming in, guys.
So it is getting to around evening as you approach the Wicker Wheel storage. Wait, what did I call it?
Yeah.
Shipping and storage, yeah. And it does look like there is a wheel that had been like woven and hung up on the front of the building. Everybody give me a history check if anybody is good at their history here.
5.
An 11.
And who among you has spent the most time in Salsport?
I got a 13.
I don't know.
Let's roll for it.
Yeah, roll for that. Because that person gets advantage.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay. Go ahead and give me advantage
11,
on yours. Yep.
And then 15.
Okay. So both you're not too familiar with this particular establishment,
I've only been here for like 6 months. I'm the newest member of the team.
and both Maggie and Gwen realize that they're not familiar with the establishment either because it's new. Like, this used to be a different warehouse that was kind of just run down and nobody wanted to even be in this area. And suddenly there's this Wickerwill storage company that sprung up about
Wasn't this,
probably 2 weeks ago.
wasn't this Mungo's extra storage facility?
it was.
Yeah.
Is that what that smell is?
Yeah,
You
it's
just
kind
can't
of
get
hard
that
to
smell
miss.
out.
Yeah.
It kind of stays.
I can't smell anything.
Actually, it might explain. You see, last time I was in there, I used that shirt to clean up some of his earwax.
Can you, like, clean up the shirt or...
We tried everything.
We did everything.
It must be
tried.
magic. It must be magic earwax.
That would be a deception check, but Holly will believe you. Like, it's going to be a low DC.
Ah, I bumped it. I'm sorry. 24.
That's wonderful. 24. Yeah, she's just like, oh, well, I guess there's nothing for it, and continues on like, okay, now what's the plan here? And hopefully it doesn't involve me making a complete arse of myself again.
Oh, this is just shipping and storage. You can just walk in.
You can just walk into any warehouse in the...
Are there any guards?
If the doors are unlocked, you can walk into anywhere.
Oh, look. Are there guards anywhere?
No, there don't appear to be any guards in this.
I'll go
Walk up to the door.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay, I don't have to try to
Welcome
pick
to
it.
Salesport. Okay. There's no point in locking your doors because someone's going to come in anyways.
That's their logo. Like,
Yeah.
don't worry about safety. Someone will walk in your house no matter what.
So you open up the door and it starts to kind of creak a little bit as you start to open it.
Someone needs to put some WD-40 on those hinges.
They normally sell that at the fancy magic place.
We've never been there. Not in a while.
The Wellspring Item Company?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have one of those down here.
Really? They're everywhere. I've never been to a place that
Not in
didn't have
Salesport.
one.
There's not one in Blakewood Forest.
Well, I mean, there's not really
There
many
probably
cities.
is. It's like a pop-up.
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of randomly
They just have
appears.
like a monthly pop-up shop.
It just rotates around the forest.
So you guys enter into this dingy, kind of musky area. There's plenty of like
Still can't smell anything.
There's plenty of like rotten wooden floorboards as you enter in, and immediately you do hear voices talking to one another inside the building as you open up the door.
Kind of sneak behind
Go hide
the
behind a
nearest,
barrel or something.
yeah, the closest barrel to us. Or
So let's go ahead and get a round of stealth checks. Just as a group.
31.
31.
17.
17.
16.
16, and Holly got 15. So we are all.
I can't math. 23.
I thought you were super amazing at stealth there for a moment.
I'm pretty good at stealth.
Yeah, so you guys kind of hunker down, slink on in. Cilin pulls the mask up on his.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely like.
Ooh, you look very scary.
Thanks. That's what I'm going for.
Good job.
And you guys hunker down. So we'll go ahead and put you into this area. The front door is right there on the left, and we can go ahead and throw the map up.
Do we have a Holly?
Go ahead and-
Right.
You guys enter into this dingy warehouse. You huddle behind some crates because you immediately see 5 figures that are all wearing these green robes that kind of have these
Those
like
are red.
yeah, I know. They have these this kind of they have like the kind of usual like tassels and everything that robes have on them, but they're seaweed. And on all of their heads are these half masks that have these bulbous yellow eyes and kind of this big bulbous bulb in the back that kind of makes their head look a little larger.
Like an anglerfish or something?
Sort of like an anglerfish, yeah. But it is like a full green color with like yellow eyes. And the one at the front, they're just kind of talking indistinctly. You can hear them chatting about the recent crop of new recruits in heavily implied quotation marks. And yes, and you hear one of them come down the stairs. We'll say that there are 5 total that you can see. One of them comes down the stairs with another set of boots, and you see a figure that is shackled. They are wearing very torn up clothes. There is a sack on their head, and they're just kind of stumbling down the stairs as this weird acolyte pushes them along and pushes them over to one end of the warehouse, and they open up a hatch at the back, and you can kind of see this swirling whirlpool beneath it. And you hear them go, "Good luck," and then they kind of shove the person in, and the person screams as they drop into this whirlpool, and then the scream kind of just suddenly cuts off.
Hopefully that wasn't Brander.
And and Holly goes, "I know Brander's scream. That wasn't Brander."
I've heard him scream many times.
And they close the hatch up.
In what
and
context? Never mind.
Ooh.
Bow chicka bow wow.
No, everybody be banging on Aneria again.
Be banging.
And yeah, so the acolytes are kind of standing around, and they said, "When does the next group arrive?" And the captain said that they'd be bringing them later in this evening. Good, we have a bit of time then. So
Be good.
yeah, so what would you guys like to do?
We have to stop this.
I'll use message and send a message to.
Hold on.
How many people does it work with? 4? 1?
One at a time.
Okay.
So you'll have to relay.
Okay. Starting with Cilin. Cilin.
Can I respond? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yep. Message allows you to respond.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, you don't have to concentrate so hard.
Oh,
All right.
all right. I forget.
Just makes you shout louder.
Yeah. How to weed out the telepath in your party?
The spell, they literally have to go like this when they say it, though.
Can you actually give me a quick stealth check, just because you do have a verbal component with message?
Really bad.
A 2
Okay.
plus
Why
5.
can't we roll ones?
7.
Did you have any luck dice that you wanted to spend or anything?
Yep, I sure do. Thanks for the reminder.
Welcome.
Plus 5.
Okay. Yep. So let me just roll here.
Oh no.
Okay. You there's no response from the gathered people as you start messaging Cilin. So we'll say that this entire conversation is that stealth check. So you guys can have, and we'll just do, if you want, just a headspace conversation. Just imagine that Maggie is literally pointing at everybody, relaying messages back and forth. Basically, you're a switchboard operator right now. Yeah.
Double up.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Grab out 2 glow sticks.
Cilin. I see 5 out there. Same as you.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got to take them out. They're killing people.
Are we sure that's what's happening with the whirlpool thing?
I don't know. You could go jump in it.
Maybe later.
All right. Maybe it's like a hot tub.
Didn't you already have a whirlpool thingy?
Your backstory.
Yeah, I have my
Who
backstory.
wants to know? Did you have a run-in with a whirlpool?
Many whirlpools, actually. There's lots of them. Did that whirlpool look anything different, or just a standard whirlpool?
You only got a quick look at it, but I mean, it looked more magical than not.
Where's the hatch? Just
Like back here?
Yep, it'll be right back there. Right. Yeah. Yep, if you want to mark it with a bead or something. If you have it.
I don't have
How about a D4?
This will work.
right.
Yep.
Perfect.
Gwen, what do you think? Tell us what to do.
Should we wait for the recruits, or maybe they can help us, or we can just fight?
I don't know if I want to fight.
Maggie, give me a quick perception check, would you?
Nat 20.
Okay. You can go ahead and stop Ingrid before she starts walking out into the middle.
Ingrid!
Yeah, like you can grab her by the neck or something. Because she definitely was getting bored and starting to head out in that direction.
Freaking Ingrid.
Hurl her back out the door.
What was that? Probably just the wind.
Probably screams from the whirlpool.
Yep.
What do y'all think?
It does seem pretty shady. at the kind of stuff they're doing,
Right.
perhaps we could at least...
Let's fight him and leave one alive. Ooh. And then ask him questions.
You better hurry. They look like they're about to start moving this way.
Just jump over from behind.
Wait. Before you do that,
Okay.
I could put them to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about
try to get some of
But you can hear me gearing up in our message.
And I'm like, Gwen! Stop yourself!
Stop being yourself.
let's see. How many could I?
So
it's a
what-
20-foot
20-foot radius or sphere?
sphere.
So 10 feet in either direction.
So you could probably get these
Right
guys.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Those three. Yep.
Okay.
So 10-foot radius, right?
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
And then they just make a save, I think. and
Yeah. So
certain
you
amount of
have to.
points.
You actually have to roll a number of dice
Yes,
for the
I
hit
do.
points.
Sleep. Roll 5d8.
Do it.
D8.
Do you need some more d8s?
Yeah.
Here's 3.
Is sleep an actual
D8.
condition, or is...
Does
it make
them
It makes them unconscious.
unconscious?
2, 7. That makes 9. Plus 5, 14. Plus 6. Is that 6? Yeah, of course it would be 6.
20.
It would be 9. It's D8. 29 plus another 6.
30. What was it already?
29 plus 6, so 35.
35.
So 35 total. Okay, read off sleep and let me know if it's a saving throw or if it's...
The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Okay.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order
Oh.
of their current hit points.
Within 20 feet of a point you choose. Does that
that makes it even bigger.
encapsulate everybody else?
Oh, yeah, because then you could go here and probably get all of those.
Okay, keep going.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake.
Okay.
Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. So I had
39?
35.
35.
Okay.
A creature's hit
those?
points must be
All
equal
those.
to or less than the remaining total for that creature to be affected.
Okay. And there's no save, it just puts them to sleep.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless they're-
So which one would you like, which side would you like to do?
I think we should do this side over here,
Okay.
since Gwen is right by that dude.
Agreed.
Ah, sorry. Well, he fell asleep, right?
So that one does not fall asleep. The two standing at the table fall asleep. They suddenly slump over. Sorry, the two on the other side. I have a laser pointer that I can use.
Oh.
Yeah, those two
You
right
need
there.
to get like
Yeah, I do.
over here.
So those two fall asleep, and then what was the? So it was 35 total.
35 total, yeah.
Okay, and unfortunately, those are the only two that fall asleep.
Okay.
Because it doesn't reduce from that.
yeah.
So
Yep.
it's like, here's
So-
the pool of sleep.
Yeah.
So we will go ahead and say that triggers.
If you want, I
combat.
can just mark them with unconscious so they're not tipped over.
Okay.
However you want to do it.
Probably a better idea.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative here because I think you guys have successfully ambushed this party. Your first turn will be putting them to sleep.
Okay.
And then
17.
17 for Maggie,
9.
9
20 for Gwen.
and 20. Oh, and then Holly needs to roll as well, and she got a 3. Go Holly. Actually, she has a bonus. I just don't know what that bonus is.
Wreathwind.
Wreathwind.
I wonder how she got that name.
Random chance. Where is Mysterious Stranger? There she is.
Blowing into a wreath.
I like the idea that Maggie thinks that everybody's last name is dependent
has
on
like a meaning.
Yeah, it has like a meaning, and it's not just like a family name, right?
What's your last name, Cilin?
Meekmarrow.
That makes sense. What about you?
Thunderfoot. And it does make sense.
It totally does.
Based on your backstory.
You got a hammer. kick
Boulder
it up.
Rock.
And if you can't do it, you're not a true Thunderfoot.
Okay, perfect. We've got the initiatives here. And it is a surprise round, or rather it is a surprise round. So Guenevere goes first.
Okay.
Maggie would go right after you, but we'll say for the sake of argument,
Because she went first.
the sleep goes first. You can also move as part of your movement and use a bonus action. Obviously, it's a full turn. But I'll let you think about that while...
Yeah.
Okay, I will jump over this barrel. And get right behind him.
Okay.
And I'm going to punch him twice.
And we'll call that white.
So the first one is a 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit.
Okay, and that is for 6 damage.
Okay.
And then
So you kind of crack into this one. These two are kind of wearing a little bit bulkier robes, and you crack into it a little bit, and you can hear something kind of harder underneath than you're expecting from cloth. So you said 6 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Then the other one is a 12 to hit.
12 will not hit.
Okay.
That second one kind of cracks against that same thing, but doesn't seem to go any further.
I will spend a key point. Where are my key points? Chi points, whatever. Where do they go? Okay. Sorry, new character.
No, never mind.
There they are. Okay. I will do. Okay. I'm going to use my water whip. And so you'll notice I have a little pouch on my side that has some water in it. Just
Nice.
pop it open and make a whip.
Whoa, that's awesome.
And that takes 2 key points. Oh, you know what? That is an action to do that. So never mind. I will
okay.
not do that. I'll just do it for flurry of blows then.
All right.
And just get
Spend a
I think
key
it's
point.
2 more shots.
I think it's 1.
Let's see.
Oh,
Flurry
aren't
of
you a level
blows.
5?
Yeah.
So you get another attack.
After you, yeah, I did 2. I got 1 and I missed the other.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but I get a bonus action.
Yeah,
attack.
so
I
you
forgot.
would so if you do flurry of blows, you'll get 2 extra attacks, and then if you
Yeah.
just don't spend a key point, you'll just get your bonus action, your
Yeah.
single bonus
After
action
you
attack.
take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed. So yeah, I'll do the
Yeah,
flurry of blows.
and then as a monk, you can use a bonus action to make another
Yeah,
attack
forgot about
without a key point. But yes,
so
okay. 2 more attacks coming in.
attacks. That is not gonna hit, and that one, oh, critical fail. Oh wait, I get to reroll it.
Yes.
Oh, and that's just a 3.
So okay,
That's not gonna hit either.
all right. Yeah, so you come around, you crack him in the side. He kind of stumbles away, and your other fists just like don't quite hit.
Short arms. He's holding you by the forehead.
Yeah.
Okay, Maggie.
Okay, so cast sleep.
Yep, the 2 acolytes slump
and then I'll
forward.
say, Gwen, you're doing an okay job, but I think you could do a little better. And I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Perfect. That is a D6 right now for you, or is
Yes,
it a D?
D6.
Okay.
And remind me, I can't use it on damage at
Yeah,
this
it's
level. I
attacks
can use it on attacks and ability
And
saves.
ability saves.
Yep.
Abilities and saves.
Abilities and saves. Yeah. Okay, and then it is Cilin. Oh, did you want to move anywhere?
I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay.
I'm going to zip this way and come around the barrel.
Zip, zip.
And as I come around the barrel, I'm just going to kind of slide around the barrel and go with both swords, like kind of across his legs.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a surprise round.
Yeah, you should
You
get advantage.
You should get advantage.
Oh, that's true.
So roll your attacks one more time, and you roll your attacks with advantage.
Which means sneak attack.
Okay, so that one was a 25
25 will hit.
for 8 damage.
8.
And then the second flurry of blow attack for 25 to hit for 7 damage.
Okay.
Now,
Or sorry, 7 damage.
Okay. All right. So we figured out how Cilin's offhand works.
Yes.
like this.
Does this one work? I know how to do this. I use this one. It works great. Okay. So
Real savvy.
go ahead and give me your 2 attacks. Well, give me your main hand attack.
So I rolled out with advantage.
Uh-huh.
So it's sneak around, or sneak.
Yes. Sneak round.
Sneaky round. And I got an 18 plus 7.
That'll hit.
Okay. And so that's a d6
Plus sneak attack.
plus sneak attack, which is 3d6.
Nice.
Oh, some sneak attack damage.
Can I borrow a d6?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Are there other ones up here too?
Yeah, there are.
Don't touch another man's dice.
He asked.
As long as you consent.
That is
Yep.
13 plus 4, 17 damage.
Nice.
Green.
Thank you.
Anytime.
And I only get that on the first attack, right? With that person?
It's
Yes.
once per round.
Yeah,
Once per
essentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then
And
offhand.
then offhand attack,
Big whammy.
which is even higher.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me
Ooh,
damage.
So close to
And
crit.
almost a crit. And that one does not give my proficiency bonus, so it's just a d6.
Okay.
Just one basic d6. And that's 5.
Uh,
5 more damage.
That's exactly as much as you need to kill him.
I got the
And
the
he's
leg
dead.
artery.
Yep. Yeah, and he collapses forward. You can see like him bring his hands forward. One of them looks like it has a kind of crab-like carapace, like a shield on it.
Ooh, cool.
And the other one is kind of, it's not a hand, it is a long shark bone, like saw sword.
That's his offhand.
Yep, that's his offhand. Yep.
Whoa.
And
That is creepy,
collapses.
man.
Yep.
I don't like this.
Weird fish cult. Are they called Red Lobster?
Yes, they're the red lobsters. But they're wearing green.
Oh, yeah.
Reminder.
And then I use the remainder of my movement
Shoot.
to go
Sounds
to
good.
there.
Okay.
You can go so far.
I got 40 feet of movement.
Holly.
And I don't provoke any opportunity attacks pretty much ever, so...
That's amazing.
Holly is going to leap over and rush the white one.
That's amazing.
Double monk team up. You're going to just be punching
Athletics
them back and forth.
And she hits, and the guy only had 1 hit point left
Oh,
after
man.
your
What
assault.
about-
So she just comes in and clocks him, and again he flies. His hands fly out, and you see that he's got like one crab arm that has a pincher on it, and then the other is just kind of like this turtle shell like carapace.
What the?
What in the world?
Salsport, man.
It was like
And then you
all
all turn
got
to the
spilled
last
on
guy.
Toxic.
Who is like, the deep will take you all. Well, and he looks to the hatch a little bit because everybody else is gone. So we'll go back up to the top of
Push
the
him
round.
in the hatch.
Do it.
Guenevere,
it.
it is your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna run and shove him into the hatch.
Okay.
Please do.
5, 10, 15, 20. Can I like grab him and try and?
So yeah, you can do like a strength contest
I forgot
to do
I'm so
a.
tiny though. Oh
You can
Okay.
do like a strength contest to
Just
try and
fly
shove
at
him.
him like both knees into his chest to
no!
try
Yeah,
to knock him
my
back.
unarmed strikes. I'm gonna fly up and like, and see if I can kick him.
Double kick him in. Okay,
Yeah.
give me a strength check.
Instead of attacks.
Yeah, because this
Okay.
is contests are usually
Sure.
like, yeah, there's specific rules for it.
Oh, that's only a 5.
Well, he only rolled a 4. So yeah, so your first kick, you're in the air doing like the wheel kicks. You knock him back 5 feet. You do have to do another strength contest
Okay.
because it's a shove is only
Oh,
5
I'll
feet.
use my bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
How about a 14?
Beats another 4. Yeah, so
Alright.
you wheel kick him once, knock him back, and he like you interrupt whatever spell he was about to cast, and then you hit him again, and he falls into the swirling vortex, and he lets out a shout and then just disappears.
He just got flushed.
Combat over.
Wow, that was incredibly violent. We should probably tie these guys up.
Agreed.
Do it.
Is there any rope lying around that we can try to use?
Yeah, I mean it's a warehouse. Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering, because I mean, I'm sure some of us have
Yeah.
rope, but rather than use our rope, we'll use the warehouse's rope.
Holly is investigating one of the two, and she's like, "This is attached. This isn't a shield. It's a turtle shell that's attached to the arm.
Like,
on earth?
sewn on?
No, more
Or-
like
Plastic
like
surgery.
grafted in with flesh.
Weird.
Let's take off their
I
hoods.
kind of
Yeah, so you
ran into something
the two
like
left
this a
are.
couple years ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was a creature that had a whole bunch of different other body parts kind of mushed together, and it all looked like one piece, but they were all different creatures.
GM's note, out of character here. Scott had no idea what I was planning tonight.
Are you
literally
serious?
wormholed his way into.
Okay, you guys are definitely brothers.
Yes, like,
you have this
absolutely,
Weird telekinetic.
We do.
What's
we
weird is
have a wormhole.
I originally
in each
wrote
head.
a witch into my backstory and then scratched it.
Shut up.
Nice.
And so when I read yours, I was like, what the freak?
Yeah. Corey and I have a wormhole that my thoughts travel to his brain and vice versa. We were watching Dota
Dragon's
Blood
Blood.
Dude,
today,
that's so good.
It was
and they kept saying someone's name,
the goddess,
Maya,
yeah.
Mayana or something like that, and we both turned to each other and went, mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Like at the exact same time. We were like, oh.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing something, and I'll like send Corey a cool message, and I'll hear him walking down the stairs while I send the message, and he'll come downstairs and go, I just came to tell you this. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, okay.
It is
We have
eerie.
like twin language without.
That is freaky.
Yeah.
It's very eerie, and it makes it really hard to plan games without him knowing things. So that's why I'm okay with like telling him what I need 3D printed, because he's gonna find out anyway. But yeah,
Like,
so
I need someone that looks sort of like this, and I'm like, I know just the guy, and I'll pull it up, and Corey's like, yep, that's the one I was thinking of.
Like this was earlier today.
yeah, so that's fun. Anyway, you pull off the other hoods or the other masks, and they're just normal humans underneath. They're not like flesh masks grafted on, so there's no like weird ripping or anything like that.
Pull their face off.
Yeah.
Grabs the lotion.
Yeah, so there are just two unconscious people in green robes and no masks now.
Try to wake one up.
Okay, and he, oh, who are you?
And I'm just kind of like squatting on his chest with a dagger at his throat. Like,
Where's
Hello?
the high priest?
oh, he got flushed.
Oh
into the
no!
vortex.
Yeah, what does that mean when that happens?
Oh,
Good,
it's
bad?
yeah, it's nothing but death and destruction down there.
Good. Did the right thing.
And then,
We should probably cover that up.
yeah, why do you have
Fall
it?
in it.
We just that's where we get rid of the undesirables.
Like yourself?
No, definitely not myself. I'm very desirable. I have lots of information.
Well, Maggie, would you say that this gentleman is very desirable?
Let me look into his eyes.
Wanna
color
give
are
me- They are brown. Like random coldest number one. Would you give me an insight check?
1, but haha.
Halfling
Yay,
luck.
lucky.
And now 3.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, lucky.
That makes for 4.
He is absolutely. He rolled 3. Wow. He is absolutely lying about that portal. He's trying to stutter his way through and make you believe that it's something that it's not.
I don't believe a word you're saying. Ingrid, come here. And I'm going to say,
Who's Ingrid? And
Oh,
you can hear
just
like
wait.
all you can hear is like scratching.
They look over, and there's this horrible shadow of something that like picks something up and you know, like
Yes.
on the wall,
Uh-huh.
and then out comes the chicken.
Out goes the chicken. Oh, it's just a chicken.
Now listen here. Listen.
Listen.
You're going to tell us everything you know while Ingrid does the famous chicken pecking torture.
What?
I'm gonna put Ingrid up there, right on his chest, and she's just gonna go
Yeah.
on his forehead.
Like the water
Please,
drop
no,
torture
stop.
on his forehead.
Please, no. I don't know very much. I'm a low-level grunt. No, please.
And I go,
Tell us everything.
keep
you
in
know.
mind, we have another person to get information from, so you're a little expendable unless you tell us everything.
Okay, let's get a intimidation check from the higher of you two in intimidation, which is probably the bard.
I have +6, yeah.
And you get advantage from the combined effort here.
Can I use persuasion?
That's
kind of
the
percent.
advantage on the check. Is
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I can use persuasion for the
Yeah.
advantage.
Mhm. Yep.
23.
No, so you don't roll. It
Oh,
just
okay,
gives her
gotcha,
advantage.
gotcha.
Because, yeah.
I'm just
23?
Yep.
All right. I'll talk. Just please get this chicken off of me.
Ingrid, cool it. All
And she
right.
just like sits down on his forehead.
Starts like screening herself.
Yep. So, we're part of a cult. We call ourselves the Cult of the Deep. It's not really an original name. I didn't vote for it, really. I came in a little later, but it is what it is. We've been sending down undesirables, the homeless, those who have too much heat on their name, criminals, that sort of thing, into the vortex for our Dark Master.
I pull the scroll out of Brander and unroll it. I say, have you flushed this one?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We punched him in the face a few times, too. He was very belligerent.
I mean, we completely understand,
Sounds about right.
but you pushed him into the whirlpool.
Yes, yes.
Tell us a bit about your agreement here with the Ironcrack.
Oh, the Ironcrack's just a front. It's just it's more cultists. But they just pretend to be mercenaries to gather up new recruits. And you can see the quotation marks behind his back as he does, he's got his arms tied up.
So this portal, vortex, you call it, not
Yes.
death and destruction.
No, it just leads to.
So you lied to us.
Yes, I did, but now I'm not lying. Please don't kill me.
Remains to be seen.
So you would be okay if we pushed you into it.
Right.
And I start dragging him towards it.
Yes, because it's just a portal. It just leads.
Okay, I let him go. It was more of like a
call on the bluff.
yeah,
type
like
of
calling
thing.
your
Yeah.
bluff type thing.
Shoot,
I think he's telling the
the
truth.
priest thing wasn't that cool. I feel kind of dumb. Well, I'll just have to kill him down there.
Just come through the portal, like spear out. It goes. Thump.
Yeah.
Now, did he say where it leads?
No, he didn't. You didn't ask.
Now, where does it lead?
It leads down to a place down in Deepwell. I'm not sure the exact location.
Can I breathe down there?
There are
bubbles.
air pockets.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, didn't mean to step on your toes.
I was like, what are you? I thought you were taking like a
I'm
selfie.
taking a picture of my kid.
This was your face. It's very intense.
That's our thumbnail.
By the way, if I want to switch it back over.
Okay. Well,
All right. Well,
I mean, sounds like we have one path.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Down.
I don't like Brander, but I think leaving him to some sort of fishy cult is not really in my best interest.
Mr. Cultist guy.
Greg.
Okay, that's all right. That fits.
I would rename myself if I were you. That's not very
Maybe
intimidating.
I-
How
that's-
about something to do with your nasty arms? How'd you get those, by the way?
Greg Nasty Arms.
Ooh, I like it.
He's like, I don't have. Well, I mean, I guess there's a bit of coral on it. I'm not that high level yet. He definitely doesn't have like the claw and sword thing.
Oh.
He's just got some like barnacle
He has like.
barnacle bumps.
I was gonna say. What's that? Psoriasis.
That's right.
That's what he has.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just so
There's-
dry in Salsport.
There's like one mollusk that kind of like
Right
reaches
by the
its
sea.
tentacles out or something.
All right.
Is there air down there, or is it just water?
There's air. Like we wouldn't send slaves down into an underwater.
Well, you've been very helpful. Good night.
Okay. Yeah. You knock
I'm
him
gonna have to
out.
hit him a few times.
Ingrid like flutters away as you punch him in the
help?
face. Okay. We'll just say it's the one
Oh,
punch.
his head exploded. Oh, you don't know your own strength.
Okay.
I don't know what I don't know.
Well, what y'all think? Should we take the little slide down, or should we go the normal route? I'm a little worried about going down there and running into more
Have you ever been to
bad guys.
Equathinian?
Edequathanothan?
Most people just call it
Athenian.
Deepwell, but yeah, Edequathanothan.
Inian.
Edequathanothan.
Did you look at the map?
I named the places.
And I wrote it down on the map after you named it.
Fight.
Edequathinian.
Edequathanothan. That's what it's called.
It's Edequathanothan.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue.
Have
This'll
you
be
ever
the
been down
first,
to
like-
Deepwell?
Yes.
I've never been to Edequathanothan.
It is very large, and I think that if we just went down the normal way, we probably wouldn't be able to find anything down there.
Well, I've been down a tunnel like this before when I was born, so I say we do it.
Okay.
Oh, look at him down.
That math checks out. Yep.
Into the swirling vortex that suddenly feels a lot weirder.
We're now going to call the birth canal.
Yep.
Down the birth.
Here we go.
I'm sorry.
Write that
Down
down
the birth canal.
As I started
Down
saying,
the birth canal. Write that down.
I was like, this is. But I had to continue.
Okay. So who's going first?
I will go. I will go first, just to make sure there's like no if he's lying about water or
Okay.
a lake.
So you dive into, and you come out the other end in kind of this damp tunnel cave thing. There's stalagmites and stalactites.
That's very
everywhere.
nice in here.
There's also a priest that has his neck broken against one of the stalagmites. Apparently, his tumble was a little harsher than expected. And there is just a single tunnel leading off with kind of an eerie glow, like a sea bluish, tealish. Yeah.
I'm gonna notice the priest and kind of like, oh shit, and scramble up and go and put my foot on him like I got him.
Okay, who comes in next?
I'll go next.
Okay. So you come in and you see.
I'm
see
coming
Cilin
spear
standing.
first, though, and as soon as I see anything that resembles a priest, I'm hooking my spear.
So it slams. Go ahead and give me an attack roll really quick.
Oh, how about an 11?
It slams right under Cilin's foot.
Well, I was gonna say I finished him off for you.
Ingrid comes through the portal.
And I just kind of nudge the head to make sure it doesn't look like it's broken, but it just kind of goes.
Sake.
What did you do?
And then Maggie, I'm assuming you're next.
So
or are you
did
gonna
her
wait?
spear go into the body?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah, great work, Gwen.
Bit of revenge.
He was stalking down the tunnel. And then Holly comes through and she goes, oh, that's an unpleasant feeling.
Just like being born, I remember it like it was yesterday.
You remember being born?
Birth.
Moving on.
It's a Bramblecheeks family secret.
Or it's some sort of like part of your dark bargain with Baba Yaga.
Like,
Where are we?
We're not here yet. You guys are winding your path down. Yeah, they can't even see the board yet. You guys wind your path down because I'm assuming that you guys aren't just gonna be like, well, let's just go back because there is still a portal here, by the way. Like you can see, kind of this vertical swirling vortex that
It's like
probably
we're
leads back up to the
on the
warehouse.
other side of the world, and it's going the opposite direction.
Oh, that's
Um,
strange that happens.
Yeah, but there is only one tunnel forward.
Okay. I say we
Follow it
see what's going
cautiously.
on. Yeah, we'll go carefully.
Okay, give me some stealth checks, please.
oh dear. 10.
10.
18.
18. Holly. Oof. You guys are okay moving down the tunnel. Like it's hard to transition from the busy city to a tunnel that literally echoes every single step that you make. And the path kind of winds around and starts opening up, and you'll be coming in right at this back area here. Yep. And you see a large kind of cavern dripping with water. You see a couple pools of water around you. In the center, there is a tiny little island with a podium on one of the island, or one of the. Yep. And on that podium is a figure. And the top half looks like a female Edequathan. She's got kind of the same shark-like features. She's lither than the males are. Her hands are kind of like flowing, and you can see the water churning around her. And the bottom half is all octopus tentacles kind of writhing around. So we'll go ahead and put her on the board here.
Sharktopus.
And she's chanting a little bit. You can see off in the far corner, kind of with these
Over here.
yeah, this kind of coral lattice work prison is a bunch of prisoners, and one of them is very obviously Brander, because he's the loudest, asking to be let go. Demanding, yep.
Rich kid's son.
I can only pee my pants so many times before I get mad.
Don't make me tell you what I do with the remote.
And the guard standing in front of him pays no mind to it, it's this weird amalgam like you've been seeing, but even more so. There's very little human left. It's a bunch of crab legs, claw. It is just really crazy. And we'll go ahead and pass this
Ruh-roh.
out.
I do not.
Dude, it looks like Mantis from
He looks
so
scary.
Aquaman,
Yeah.
but creepier.
Black Manta.
Or yeah,
Creepy Black Manta.
Yeah, Black Manta. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's so good and creepy and weird. I love it. It's got really firm buttocks.
Yes, he does.
This is
Where was
this
he
is
at?
the,
He's
been doing a
standing
lot of
guard right
squats.
there. Yeah.
While he's guarding them, he's just doing squats.
Yeah, he's just, can't skip that leg day. Gotta get those glutes. Perfect. Chitter, chitter.
You know, a hip bridge would be a little better for that, but
All right, so what is the plan?
Is that all we see?
That is all you see currently, yes.
Current. Ha. Underwater. Ha.
that was a good one. All right.
So this is just a statue or like a figurine?
No, it's actually like she's actually chanting and
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not just a
Oddly
figure.
familiar.
That particular figure.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't have I haven't printed the full Adequatha female yet.
I
so
like her.
So scary.
hopefully everybody got a like painted shot of her.
We'll see. Depends on how busy my week is.
But if not, that's okay.
I don't like the look
Does
of
it
the big
look
one.
like these, like you could swim under it? Like, are those two things
from
connected?
your current position, you can't really tell. But you can go ahead and take a look if you'd like.
I can try.
I think you should go look. Cilin,
I don't like the look of the big one.
stay away from him.
What if he snuck around and let the prisoners out?
That's what I
Maybe
was
it could
thinking.
help.
That's what I was thinking. Like sneak along the wall.
And
But I
then
do want to try.
If you get caught, then we'll come out and help you fight. And
If you get
try
caught,
not to
run. I do want to try like sneaking over to the edge and silently slipping into the water and seeing if there's like any pathway underneath
Okay.
at all, just by any chance.
Okay.
And if not, even if there is, I'll just let them know. I'll just say like,
I'll message you.
a thumbs up if needed, you know. If not, I'll go to the corner.
Just back up.
I want to go to this corner and hop up and try to get behind this pillar
Okay.
so that big guy can't see me.
Okay.
Can I try that?
Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
16.
16. Okay. All right. And then so yeah, you go slipping around the pillar there, and you slide on in, and you kind of dive into this pool, and you can see that it is connected to the other pool. There's a small little tunnel, but it isn't like there's no other things. And you start like moving to the other side. You let them know via message,
I got
and
it.
as you're moving to the other side, something tries to bite you.
Oh, bad idea.
And so let's go ahead and make an attack here.
Of course.
There's a 10 to hit.
That will miss.
So you quickly dodge out of the way as this
jaws.
shark tries to snap at you. And you realize that there is a shark in this pool of water.
Shark!
And it
If I still have message available,
Say,
Cilin.
Yeah.
What's going on down there?
can't talk much, shark!
Shark attack.
so let me go ahead and do another round of. Give me a disadvantage stealth check at this point because you're trying to dodge the
Not
shark
die,
and
yeah.
not die.
Is it a baby shark or a mommy shark?
It's grandpa shark.
14.
It's just gums. Okay. The priestess turns her head as like the waves kind of ripple through the water, and then like she turns her head and then she spots the rest of you kind of like moving, and she goes, "Intruders! The master will claim you all."
The master.
And she raises her hands up, and as she does, the water starts flowing out and forming into this kind of shape. And you can see there are two balls of water. One has the reef shark and Cilin in it.
Yeah. Swim around.
Yep.
Yo.
And the other is an orb that seems to be filled with like maybe about 50 or so smaller fish that are just kind of roiling around inside. And then she says, "Kill them all." And coming around the other corner is another one of these things.
From here?
Oh,
Yep.
goodness gracious.
Is that good?
Yep, we'll put it right there. And we'll go ahead and get into combat. Ba-na-na-na-na.
Yep, we are underground after all.
All right.
Okay, ready to die.
No, I didn't. Oh, wow. Well, good thing these fallen guys are so good at their initiative, you dinguses.
So this didn't come out of that second orb.
No.
Where's the other orb?
So grab 2 water elementals for me, actually. Sorry, I forgot to grab those. They're not water elementals, that's just what I'm using to represent them, because I don't have the reef shark and everything. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no shark.
Yeah.
Are they large or small or medium?
Large, it's a large bubble, so.
Those look good.
Yep.
One here,
One there,
another one here,
another one right.
or there.
No. Yeah, there. And then I have been rolling awful tonight.
Well, good.
And then Holly also rolled awful.
Wait, is it to retrieve Brander dead or alive?
She didn't
Face
give you
justice.
like a dead option. She wanted him to face trial.
Oh.
Sorry. Guenevere, give me your initiative.
14.
14.
I
Maggie.
also got 14.
14. Cilin.
21.
21. Okay. All right. No surprise round this time, but Cilin, we will begin with you.
As I am swimming, the next time the shark like dives at me, I'm gonna go to the side and stab.
Okay. Give me
You're
a
supposed to
pair of
punch it
attack
in the
rolls.
nose.
Attack its character towards weakest.
This again. Last time it was history. Was that a natural one?
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't a good fail.
Alrighty. So
That was for my main hand attack.
your main hand attack goes wild. You're kind of roiling around in this orb, so it's kind of hard to get a good purchase.
So I'll do
Then give me
my
that.
offhand.
Give me that offhand.
17.
17 will hit.
Okay.
So you get your damage without the sneak attack and without your
1 damage.
1 damage.
I wouldn't get sneak attack anyway because
Yeah.
it's not a surprise round. I'll have advantage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get out of dodge.
Okay. Are you going to disengage? Or-
No, I have my feature, my mobile. I have to use dash action, which I can't.
So as a rogue, you can take the disengage action as a bonus action.
Oh, can I?
Yep.
Are you sure that's not a
Believe
specialty thing?
Yeah, but isn't your bonus action your offhand?
Oh, yeah, the bonus action. Yep. So you will take an attack of opportunity from the shark.
Yeah, I want to try to get out of the water and get
Okay.
maybe on land over here if possible.
Oh no.
Well, the shark crit you.
No!
So
I
I will
swear
give you.
you're
I will
out
give
here.
you a choice here. You can either take the full double damage as usual, or you can remain in the thing as it grabs you and pulls you back in.
I do have uncanny dodge. I can have the attack's damage against me, and then get on land. And hopefully the shark can't follow. Fingers crossed. We'll see. What happens if I let myself stay? I'll let myself stay in because the attack damage is too much.
Okay. That is a total of
I come out of the bubble and
it grabs you by the tail and yanks you back in. Take 5 piercing damage from the bite.
see, that's better than probably like 25 that it would have been.
Okay. Moving on to Guenevere.
Every time he crits my character and tries to kill me in every single session.
He thinks I'm about to get him.
I know where he sleeps.
Send help.
Blink twice, Cory.
Okay.
Blink
So I'm
twice.
going to use my 35 feet. 35. Okay.
That's a lot of feet that you have.
35 feet. Wow.
So many feet. I'm a
The tentacle lady's
35
like, ooh. So many feet.
That was
Okay.
tonight. It's all about jokes to get dice.
So I think
It
that
always
is
is.
exactly
Yeah.
30 feet away from me.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard to
20
tell
foot,
what the
30.
Yep.
water gap, but I think
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
so this
30.
is exactly 5 feet
Yeah.
there
On
and
the
there.
side,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so that's 30. Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 key points to use my water whip that
okay.
I was going to use last time. So I use it as an action to cause a creature that you can see within 30 feet to make a dex save of 14. On failure, the creature takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage plus a d10 if I pour any more key points into it. And I can either knock it prone or pull it 25 feet closer to me. So
Okay. What was the dex save?
14.
Fail.
Okay, so it's
Failed
going to
their
take 3d10 damage. So that is 19 damage.
19 damage. Okay.
And then I am going to pull it 25 feet closer to me. I'm just going to whip it
So
right up in front of me. Yep. And that is my turn. Well, that is my action.
So she lets out a, and she's like basically grabbed by this whip from your pouch, and you pull her right to you. The spirit of water is speaking to you and telling you to destroy this darkness. She wasn't concentrating, no. Nope.
Okay, so that's 2 key points spent.
These are more like permanent traps.
Okay,
that-
and
Yeah,
then
I just
I'll
wondered.
use my bonus action to just do another unarmed strike.
Okay.
So that is...
I love the like.
Oh,
pull the
yeah,
weapon.
1. Yay. Okay, 17, 24
24 will hit.
for 8 damage.
8 damage.
Get over here!
So you like pull her to you, and then you like full
As
on like
soon as
clock
she
her.
like gets close enough, just punch her. Probably in the stomach, since I
Oof.
can't reach the face.
Okay.
Take that tentacle number
Okay,
4.
that's my turn.
Burning
Burning through the key points!
Maggie, it's your turn. Because I did not roll well at all.
Ike.
Ike.
Is that one of the big dude's names?
Yes.
Like,
Like Eisenhower.
and
I will. All
Is this
right.
what Greg was trying to become? Gross.
Gross.
It is quite disgusting. I think I'll start with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh, nice.
Good old Yagi would want me to do that.
The blast comes out, you
At,
just hear the witch cackle as it fires
Yeah.
off.
Oh, not good.
What's the total?
9.
pour some into it.
Plus that. No, another 3.
That will hit.
Ooh.
Yep.
So, it has 2 beams. Do you want me to roll an attack for each beam?
Is it 2 beams on her, or does it have to be
It's
on
going-
multiple targets?
Well, I want them both on her.
You want them both on her? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It would be a separate attack for each beam. It's basically like an
Okay,
extra attack.
let me see
so-
what the second one is. Really bad. I'm not even going to waste my luck die. So only one is going to hit her.
Okay.
It's a D10, right?
Is this a D10?
Mhm.
Thanks. Ooh, 3 points. 3 damage.
3 damage. Oof.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is a cantrip, does it scale, right?
No, that is, the extra beams is the scale.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
He wouldn't have got a
That's force
opportunity
damage.
attack on me.
Oh,
By
yeah?
the way, because when I make a melee attack against a creature, which I did,
Uh-huh.
I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether I hit or not.
Okay, you're out of the orb then.
Okay,
Oh, and add
I'll
5
take
back.
my
Yep.
5 back, and then I want to move.
Time is so weird.
Yeah. Time
So-
magic, man.
So 5. Which way would I have gone?
So it was just the 3 damage, right? Nothing else.
Just a 3 damage.
Okay, perfect.
Hey, for a cantrip,
Yeah.
I mean, every bit helps.
How would? I guess they're all kind of paying attention. I was gonna say, how would like trying to sneak over to the prisoners work? in combat?
So you would have to use a bonus action to hide with your rogue ability, which you don't have your bonus
Yeah.
action. So
I'm gonna move up to here and stop.
okay,
Okay, and then I'm gonna get my 5 health back because I didn't take anything from him.
okay, sounds good. All right. So
You want
next
to
up is the water glob with the shark in it, and it is going to follow you.
Okay.
It can move 20 feet.
So 5, 10, 15. So it's
Okay.
right there.
So go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as it tries to swallow you up again.
I'm going to use my reaction.
Oh, as soon as it
And-
gets near.
And as soon as it gets near, from Skirmisher,
Okay.
and I'm going to move half my speed
Awesome.
without provoking opportunity attacks. Nope, 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 nope. So
Shark.
20? Yeah. All right there.
Okay, so you come up to this kind of coral cage that's around these people. You can try and brute force it.
Through 4/5. Yeah, got it.
Or you can try and there is a physical lock on this door.
And
So
I have thieves' tools and
Yeah.
stuff. So
that is if this biggin doesn't attack you. But Holly goes next, and she is going to rush forward, and I think she can move 40.
20, 25, 30, 35.
And she's going to stand right. She's actually going to stand right next to you, and she plants her feet and kind of takes on the same stance you are. And you can see one of her fists start crackling, and she slams it into the priestess.
I love-
She
I love
has
it.
shocking
What about
grasp.
a monk architect that's mirror fighting? Like whoever she's standing next to
Like Taskmaster.
can mirror the other player's
Yeah.
abilities
That'd be
and
cool.
do the same thing. That'd be cool.
So that gets caught by a tentacle because she rolled a natural one,
Oh no!
and she brings her other fist around quickly and smacks into it with her bonus action to do.
It's like punching a hand.
It's like punching.
Punching a hand.
She does 7 damage.
It's a Maggie in the background.
Oh,
singing,
uh,
"Punch in the hand."
Because I have
Oh.
Sentinel, when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than me, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack. against
So
them.
it was just a natural one. It wasn't actually an attack yet. This was
Oh.
Holly. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
this.
sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yep. You're good. So that
I'm just so excited to use Sentinel.
well, you may get your chance. So that is Holly's turn. Elemental, or not elemental. The other orb is going to move 20 feet towards the party.
Oh, no.
You can, as it gets closer, you can
5,
clearly
10,
see.
15, 20.
Would that be in the priestess's square?
No,
No, not
it's
yet.
right behind
Okay.
it.
You can clearly see the forms of quippers inside these basically piranha-like creatures, and they're gnashing their teeth, ready to get at whatever comes their way. And then it is the priestess's turn. Priestess. And she is going to. So Holly was the last one to hit her. You were the one to pull her, though.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do a 50-50. She's going to attack you.
Oh, okay. Bring it.
And that is That's a natural 20.
Oh no. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. It's a one shot. If I die, I die.
No, I like
No,
this
no, no,
monk
no, no.
character.
Wait. Can I use as my reaction cutting words?
To reduce the damage?
Yes.
Sure.
Cool beans. I think it's
What
a
do I roll?
D6. I think you roll a D6. It
You
should
should,
tell
you
you.
should be able to tap it and it'll bring up a side
Yeah.
window. It'll tell you how much.
This is a huge attack, though. Just so
It's okay. It's a one shot. It's totally fine.
Oh, rolling a bardic inspiration die.
Yeah. So
Okay,
D6.
which is a d6. Okay, well, we'll just
Oh, it
see.
might help.
A
Might be the
3.
difference between life and death.
That's real.
73 thunder damage.
That doesn't just knock you unconscious. That kills you.
I think so.
Flat out kills you.
I think so. Well, I'm 38, so 38 doubled. I think I'm safe by just a bit.
Oh,
I need
barely,
to-
yeah.
Yeah, because it has to do your health and damage again, right?
Yeah, it was 73. You said.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in death saving throws right now.
Crap.
So she
Ooh,
just
leveled.
brings her hands forward and
New reason why I'm called Thunderfoot.
and
I
this
survived
wave of thunder just like
73 thunder damage.
you collapse. Your ears are bleeding. Your nose is bleeding.
Oh no!
Mister, I'm rolling terrible today. Crit.
I rolled terrible
It's okay,
on
we got a mercy monk
initiative.
with us, or some version of a healing monk.
Yep.
Whatever she is.
Okay, perfect. Well, not perfect, but perfect for me. That's a one-shot, baby. Then it is the Fallen's turn.
Is that the weird-headed guys?
Yeah, that's the weird-headed guys.
Which one?
The one on the left is going to turn towards Cilin.
Its head turns first.
Yeah.
It moves sideways.
Yes, absolutely.
It has to scuttle, right?
Yeah.
Like claws in the air and everything.
It's going to make 2 attacks with
So
you.
it's going to move towards me.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's so creepy.
That's an 11 to hit
Misses.
and a 12 to hit.
Misses again.
Okay, so it
Dodge,
tries to like bite you with the
dodge.
mandibles and then hit you with the claw, and you're just kind of like weaving through its legs. And then the other one is going to come around the corner. Oh,
So as I'm
they
doing
have
this, since
terrible
talking,
land
since
speed.
talking is a free action.
Not hard.
Yes,
I'm dodging and
20
going.
feet total. That's its whole
Prisoners, if I let you out, will you help us defeat these?
turn. Absolutely, says Brander.
Can I get anyone else's opinion other than Brander?
Everyone else looks like very weary, very weak commoner
You
style.
either die as a prisoner or you die fighting.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check. I just want to see how many like you can convince.
19.
Yeah, they all nod their heads like, yeah, we'll do what we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Die fighting. Sounds okay.
I'd rather die fighting than just.
So it is Cilin's turn because the other one just comes around the corner. They are extremely slow creatures.
So
of the land.
am I next to the lock or close
Okay.
enough that I can try to strike it with my short sword and
Yep.
break it?
Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Because I don't think I have time to be like, just a sec, dude.
Yeah.
No, hold on. I got this. Attack roll, okay? Or would it just be damage?
It would be an attack roll
Since it's
first.
stationary? Do I get
Yeah.
advantage?
Like a
Technically,
DC.
you can still miss.
Okay.
And wait, do you get advantage against creature or objects? Because technically, they're like unconscious or incapacitated. Whatever. Yeah,
I don't know,
you
I
get
think
advantage.
you just set a DC on
Yeah.
it. Is essentially what you do.
Okay. In that case, dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah.
Is that enough to...
Go and roll me damage. Yeah. Or actually, what's your maximum damage?
1d6 plus 4, so 10 damage.
10 damage. And then roll me another d6. Because technically, it's a crit. It's like coup de grace.
2.
Okay. Yeah, you shatter the lock.
Okay. I shatter the lock to break it open, and then I use a bonus action to dash.
Okay.
Which is just my movement, right? Not half or anything.
Yeah, it's just your movement.
And I'm going to dash around and away from him. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Now, you haven't hit him with an attack, but I'm assuming when
But
you
because
dash
I dash,
with mobile.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
you dash,
when you
right?
take dash action, it doesn't cost extra movement. Actually, no, I do have to take a.
Well, can you do the dash action and the attack action at the same time? That's
Well,
the question.
so I just use my action to break the lock.
That is an attack action. You get an extra. No, wait, no. You're a
Oh,
rogue.
I'll just
Oh, yeah,
bonus.
you're
I'll just
right.
bonus attack him,
Bonus attack. Well, then you can't use dash.
but I can just move. I still have my movement speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
just
then
move away.
it solves the problem.
So that's 14,
14, I think it's. Yes, 14 will hit.
and that's just a. I believe it's just a. Yep, just a d6. 3 damage.
3 damage, okay?
So I just kind of like maybe slide between his legs and slash.
Yeah. And he just tries to like snap at you, but can't quite.
And then I'll use my movement speed. So I was there. 25, 40. I'm gonna go back in the water.
Okay.
And then I have to end my turn because that was all my.
Go ahead and just give me a quick stealth check, too.
Oh no, there's like another
Hi.
shark.
No, like, I want to see if the orb notices you.
24.
Because you kind of just like went
Oh, yeah.
swirling around. 24, okay.
Like it was following me, and I.
Yeah, like
Like
you.
lost
Like,
it?
yeah.
Well, it's going.
The orb.
Oh, that.
It's the shark. Yeah.
That thing is going like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dance.
But now those guys
Walk like an
can help
Egyptian.
us, and they said they would.
Guenevere, please
Okay,
roll me a
I
death saving throw.
Okay, 17 success.
Yep. And then Maggie, it is your turn.
Well, I know we've got that Hallie lady. I'm hoping she can help you. So I'm going to cast Shatter
Okay.
So it's a 10-foot
I don't have that one. 10-foot radius or
sphere.
Yeah, just make sure you don't hit.
Yeah, don't hit me
Guenevere.
because that's.
Oh no,
that's
10-foot
a
radius
instant
sphere. Yeah.
fail.
that is this one. Yeah, you can hit all those without hitting.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right, so it is a con save.
Con save.
Yep.
These guys look pretty good at their con
Well,
based on their size.
They also look very shatterable.
What is that?
That is
What is
true. They have a
the
lot of
14?
crunchy.
The priestess
Lobster
fails.
Under those crunchy
The
peppers.
Quipper
lobster.
swarm
Sounds good.
fails.
Nice.
It's,
And
it's
then-
midnight, and I'm like,
3 for 3.
I'm like
for
fish
three.
tacos, lobster.
So I'm like, I'm literally gonna stop.
You
at
said
the
what was
top
the
on my
total? You
way
said
home.
14.
So-
The fallen fails. They all failed their save.
Nice. Perfect.
As you like pull out your loot and you just like strum a chord, but your you kind of angle it up so the stalactites start falling down and
yes,
crashing
using
down
the
on
whammy
this.
bar,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, of course. For some reason,
Custom
your
installed
loot
loot
has
whammy
a
bar.
Yep.
Awesome.
And Ingrid lets out a squawk. as well.
23.
23 damage.
And that is thunder.
Damn quippers. Did you put those in after I did the thing? or
Nope.
is that what you
Again,
always
that
had?
was completely random. 23.
Is a healing potion bonus action?
It's
For
both.
you, it's a bonus action. For feeding it to somebody else, I believe it is an action.
An action. Okay.
If
Yeah, you can
want
also-
a
if you want to
full
take it.
amount, you can take your full
Yeah.
action for it.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, you roll.
Yeah, you destroy the bulk of the quippers. You can see like the stalactites like break through them, and then like your sonorous tones just like burst a few more. So there's only a few left in that sphere. The priestess is looking a little worse for wear, and that fallen is looking a little worse for wear as well. Anything else you'd like to do?
All hail the Baba Yaga!
And then you hear there's just like this cackle that goes through the caverns itself.
I'm just gonna stay there
Okay,
right
perfect. The water elemental did not see you, or the orb did not see you, so it is going to continue its path of 20 feet around. Okay.
They're basically covered in the same square now at this point.
Okay. Yeah, so it is actually like once it hits there, it is going to like wrap around the other creature, and the creature starts floating, and it takes the shark and just tosses it out. So the shark is no longer in the combat. But now that thing has better movement speed
okay.
for its next turn. So
Take the orb thingy away.
Yep. So that thing is basically wrapped up in a sphere of water now, so it's going to be a lot faster. And then it is Holly's turn. Somebody roll me a d20 for Holly's attack. And add 6.
14.
14 will hit. Go ahead and roll a d6 and add 3 for damage for me.
4.
4. Okay. And then she is going to use her key point here to do Implements of Mercy or Healing Hand as an action. Okay, so she's doing that as part of her flurry of blows, so she's going to spend an extra key point. And so as she strikes the priestess, she kind of pulls a little bit of spiritual energy and flicks it over to Gwen. So you take 7 points of healing.
Yay.
So you are back conscious again.
Corey,
Eventually.
I did something bad.
Oh no, what'd you do bad?
I rolled my d10 instead of a d8 for damage.
Wow, whatever.
Okay.
What did you roll though on it? Do you remember what the number was?
It was a 3.
3. I did 3d10 instead of 3d8.
Oh, you did 3d10 instead of
That's what I'm
3d8.
saying.
Whatever.
Minus 6.
Yeah.
We'll cut that out because I don't really care
Okay.
today. like we're close to the
Just a
end anyway. So,
one-shot.
yep, it's a one
New
shot.
characters.
Yep.
And
So
I
she
just
dealt
wanna be honest.
a total of. Okay. Yep. So she just kind of gives you a little bit of healing energy as she also fends off the priestess. And then she just kind of plants her feet, and we'll see what happens next. The second water elemental is going to move forward, move through the priestess, and kind of pick you guys up. And the equippers are going to attack. I believe they are disadvantage on this, if I remember correctly. Well, they get less damage because they have half their hit points or fewer. Does a 13 hit your armor class? Okay. Yeah, like you're kind of picked up, so you're no longer prone. You're picked up into this swirling vortex, and you just grab your spear and you start like fending off these last few quippers that are coming around here.
Start spinning it and moving yourself through the water.
Yeah.
The priestess is going to go next.
So I'm gonna move it up to there.
Yeah. And she is going to. She's looking really hurt, so she's actually going to slide away through the thing. So you can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity against her if you like. And so will Holly. Holly misses.
That will be. So that is 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Okay.
Will roll me damage.
2, but I'm gonna pour some, or 6, but I'm gonna pour some of this in there.
Okay.
So 8.
You can only use 1.
Oh yeah.
So 8 damage? Yeah. Okay. So she kind of like glides back out of this orb trying to hit the water, and you just bring your fist and you just slam it right into her cracker temple, and she collapses to the ground. And the waters burst.
Nice.
The quippers just.
Yeah, the last few quippers.
So he does not have his bubble.
Nope,
either?
he does not have his bubble.
So is she unconscious or dead? Or well, I guess she's.
I mean, with
for now.
monsters, it's like...
Yeah. We'll just say she's out of the fight for now. And then that other bubble is gone as well.
That's right.
Yep. Okay. Then it is the priestess went. She didn't do what she should have, but that's okay.
I mean, she did 72 damage. That's pretty good.
The fallen over there starts like snipping at people. It's going to move 10 and start trying to take out. Kills one of the prisoners.
Oh no.
Because they're commoners, and then the other one actually manages to duck out of the way. Okay. Fallen number 2 moves 10 feet to Holly and is going to attack. And misses and misses. Wow, okay. The luck has turned, I suppose.
Oh, sure. When you're rolling against Holly.
His own character.
Yep.
I can't kill Holly. She has an important part later for Preston's character.
No,
that's
Yinny.
Oh yeah. That's...
Well, this is a friend of Yinny, so.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
Minnie too sad, unless we do want her sad for Preston's sake.
Good call.
so here's 4 attacks from commoners and Brander without a weapon. I think it's 4, or is it 5?
5.
5. Okay, so we need one more. And 2 of them are hits. We'll just do, because they don't have any sort of unarmed strikes. So
D4s.
No, it's even. It's
It's
just
like
their
a
strength.
plus
So
whatever.
they just do a total of 4 damage to this fallen as they start like beating on it.
Go away, you bad guy.
They would have run, but the fallen moved into the way because there was nobody else around.
But they promised, those liars.
Well, do you think that they really would have gotten into this situation if they weren't kind of weird or miserable? Because the cultists did say that it was a lot of like criminals and everything that ended up down here.
Sure.
They said what, like the untouchables?
Undesirable.
Yeah, undesirables.
Undesirables.
Yeah. The homeless,
Same difference.
yeah.
A little V for Vendetta reference there.
Yeah.
Cilin.
I'm going to go ahead and poot myself out of the water.
Uh-huh. Poot.
And then I'm going to attack. Regular attack.
Full on like swords coming down as you're.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is a 13.
Let me just check here. A 13 will hit.
Okay, cool.
Well,
I get
that's
sneak
neat.
attack damage.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw in a luck die. So one of these luck die, let's see. So I get 1d6 plus sneak attacks, which is 3d6 plus a luck die. I'm going to do an epic die. Mm-hmm. $21 damage.
21. Okay. Yeah, you come down and you pierce right through the carapace on the head, and the thing just collapses. Nice. Well done. Okay. There is only one fallen left. What would you like to do?
I'm going to, so that was 10 feet of movement. I'm going to use the rest of my movement. Right? Yeah, I think I can do that. Yeah, right? I can use the rest of my movement.
Yeah, you can break up your movement. Yeah. Sorry, I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No, my brain is stuck. Half time it's stuck in fourth edition because we played it for so long.
Yeah.
And you can't do that without.
Yeah, you can't break up your movement in fourth edition.
So I'll go 5, 10, 30. I'll run towards this guy.
Okay. Would you like to use your bonus action to like throw a dagger?
Yeah.
I think that technically counts. Sue me. It counts.
Yeah, it'll just be a D4 instead of a D4 plus 4.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your attack.
That's 13 again.
13 will hit.
Okay.
As previously established.
Might as well throw an epic die in with it.
Yeah.
And that is 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. Alrighty. Didn't you already use an epic die this turn?
I thought it was not per turn, but per like type of roll.
Oh, per roll. Yeah, it is per roll.
I mean, I'll take it back if you want.
No.
But
Yeah. Okay. We're good.
that's what it was.
Guenevere.
Okay.
Holly says, "Are you all right?"
I'm just fine.
Well, good. Help me kill this thing.
As I say, as I'm wiping blood off of my nose and ears.
I go, see, Holly, some of us can hear pretty well, too.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What did you say?
What?
30. Okay.
You can go one more. 35 will put you here.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Okay, cool. I'm going to activate my magical tattoo.
Oh, nice.
And now I can reach targets 15 feet away with my unarmed strikes as, like, tendrils just grow out of my
Is it like
tattoo.
inky tendrils?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just, like,
Very cool.
gooey, gross, black, inky stuff. And I'm going to attack.
Okay.
So,
Make
first
your attack.
one is a... back over that page. Sorry. Oh my gosh, it's so slow. Okay, so that is a 14 to hit.
Okay.
For 7 damage.
7 damage, okay.
The second attack is a crit.
Nice.
So that is 10, 13, 18. Oh, and I forgot I get a d6 on my tattoo, adds a d6. So 17.
17.
Total.
And that's with
Yeah.
adding all those dice as
Yes.
maximum as well? Because technically they all get
I
added
didn't
as
add this one
maximums.
as maximum, so that
Okay.
would be an additional 6, so it'd be 23.
That's enough. Do you want to describe how you destroy it?
Oh yeah, the tendrils just and then grab it and drag it and throw
Off to
it
the
away
side?
into the-
Perfect.
Throw it away into the pool.
Right on top of the reef shark that's flopping around.
Yeah. And then it all just comes back into my arm, and my tattoo just stops looking like magical or anything, just normal now.
All right.
Is that
Hol-
your chicken foot?
It's chicken foot.
Brander is gonna like walk out. He's gonna be like, "Thank you so much for saving me."
You're under arrest.
What? And,
I've always wanted to say this.
and Holly
Don't
goes
make
walking
me
up.
punch you.
Please, my face has been punched enough today. How did you know?
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Holly is going to walk up and give you another 8 hit points. She can take the time to expend some.
She knows about healing potions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Brander's going to say, "Oh, Holly, it's you," and he's like, "Yes, it's me." And she just walks up and like clocks him right in the face and knocks him out.
All the prisoners are like, oh man, we've wanted to do that so much.
Every one of us is just like, we hate the people who captured us, but we hate Brander a little more.
Yeah.
Maggie, as you're walking over, you see like the corpse of the priestess is kind of like decaying rapidly and just turning into like coral and flaking away. and inside is this kind of roiling orb of water. And it looks like it's like a solid, like full-on like solid orb, like you could tap it, but it just looks like a whirlpool inside. So,
Well, Maggie is just going to pick it right up.
okay, perfect. You give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Cursed item.
Pretty good.
Now belong to the deep one.
What in the
17.
depths is going
17?
on here?
So you hear like this myriad of voices in your head that threatens to like destroy your mind by merely touching this orb.
The third part of Craggy confirmed.
Yeah, and it starts like reaching like for your mind. You feel this like dark presence reaching for, and then all of a sudden you hear this and you see like you in your mind you kind of see these two like withered hands like slap this darkness away, and it says, "This one's mine." And then everything fades, and you kind of shake out of it, and you have an orb that is essentially the same magic item as a decanter of endless water in it now. So it's a sphere of endless water, basically.
Decanter of endless water.
Just in case we ever play these characters again.
Well, you never know.
Never know.
So the prisoners start like marching out, not like marching like to their death or anything. They're really grateful. They shake Cilin's hand, like, thank you so much. Sorry, we were thinking about running away. Like you guys are great.
It's pretty good. Only one person died on this whole thing.
And you
That's
didn't
better.
even-
That's better than we've
Yeah.
ever done before.
Too bad it was Saul.
There's only 12 human deaths. A new record.
Yep.
I mean, assuming we're done. She talked about the master or something.
Seems like Bubba.
That sounds like a problem for another day.
Yes.
Or for the Wayward
Agreed.
Watch. I've heard about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Really,
they
all the
kinda
way here?
suck. Not as
Word
good
travels
as we are.
fast in an area.
So as you guys start heading out, you can take the reef shark with you if you want a little shark meat, shark fin soup or something
Oh,
like
I
that.
want the claws of those things because that's lobster meat.
Oh yeah,
We're
absolutely.
just gonna
Yep.
walk over,
Ooh. We're gonna
punch
make
its claw
lobster
off,
rolls.
and just carry this claw as big as I
We,
am.
we enlist the prisoners to help carry chunks of
They're a little weirded out by
free
that.
sushi.
but- I mean, they used to be humans and they were just morphed. It wasn't like grafted on or anything like that. But
I've had a human
Smells like
before.
fish
It's not
meat.
too bad.
But you're not a
Not
human.
No, I haven't had that. Not yet.
They're a lot more
Baba has.
tender.
Not happening.
I assume Baba has probably had a little of everything before.
She really has.
Holly's like, I'm sorry. I need to know, what is it with you and this Baba Yaga character?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask for the full story. Allow me.
And
Fade out.
yep, we fade out as we pull out of the tunnel here. Everybody's carrying things. You get the other half of the 405 gold piece reward, and that's where we'll end tonight's side quest. So thanks everybody for coming along on this random adventure. The regular Tales of Aneria will return next week. We'll get into what exactly is going on in Terabon, and there's some really fun stuff coming, and maybe something a bit dangerous. We'll find out though. Bye-bye.
See ya.